competitive rates, and the ability to deliver outstanding results. We're a woman-owned Class A general contracting company with a goal to build lasting partnerships with our clients through exceptional service and outstanding quality. With a wide range of services, free estimates, and real-time updates, we strive to offer you the same vision. Call us today at 866-826-3626 to see what it means to be part of the Brenco family.
H&R Block's purpose is simple: to provide help and inspire confidence in our clients and communities everywhere. Since our founding in 1955, we've prepared approximately 800 million tax returns. We know that tax needs and situations change from year to year. That's why we offer new and innovative ways to prepare and file taxes so clients can choose what suits them best. When it comes to tax preparation services, the H&R Block tax professionals located at the center at Culpeper are here to meet all your tax needs. Schedule an appointment with us today by calling 540-825-3700 or visit hrblock.com to see all of our online services.
Summer is here, and now is the best time to get your air conditioner serviced or a new one installed by the professionals at Wortman Mechanical. With personalized service, Wortman Mechanical makes sure that customer satisfaction is guaranteed. Need us in the off-season? We service all major brand heating systems, electrical and plumbing systems as well. For your next electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and indoor air quality system servicing, contact Wortman Mechanical by phone at 540-727-9555 or online at wortmanmechanical.com.
Located in the Piedmont region of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Payne Hay and Straw has been a trusted hay provider since 1980. What began with a love of farming grew into a more than 2,000-acre farming operation that serves equestrian and farming communities throughout Virginia and the country. Payne Hay and Straw is proud to offer a wide variety of locally grown and harvested hay, including alfalfa, orchard grass, timothy, teff, and fescue. For more information, call 540-229-0054 or visit paynehay.com.
Sign your child up for the upcoming Culpeper Cavaliers Pitchers and Catchers Camp. The Culpeper Cavaliers are hosting a 2-day camp for children as young as age 8 to as old as age 17. The Culpeper Cavaliers players and coaches will instruct your child to help improve their game and get insight into how college players play each day during the season. The pitching and catching camp will be held on Monday, July 14th and Tuesday, July 15th from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Camp registration fees are $50 per child and will be held at Culpeper County High School's baseball field. Don't miss out. Sign your child up today at culpepercavaliers.org/youth-camps.
You can buy a car almost anywhere, in the city, in the country, even online. So how do you choose? At Battlefield Culpeper, we think our people make the difference. Many live right here in Culpeper. We're your neighbors. That's why our service techs get the job done right the first time, or why our sales team does the most repeat business in the area. And when you have a question, we're on it. That makes our managers very happy. You can buy a car anywhere, but you'll want to buy it from Battlefield Culpeper, because we are Culpeper.
Now back to the Saber Metrics pregame.
As that is going to be in there for a looking strike 3 call. It is a backwards K in the books as the second baseman goes down. Grounded, bouncing ball fielded by the third baseman. The play is not in time, and the Cavaliers have won the ball game.
This is the Saber Metrics pregame show, live on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, near and far, and welcome into this Thursday, June 26th evening here from the Valley Baseball League. And on behalf of the Valley Baseball League and the Culpeper Cavaliers, we welcome you and thank you for tuning in to this afternoon's contest between the visiting Front Royal Cardinals and your Culpeper Cavaliers here from Culpeper County High School. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again. And welcome into the Saber Metrics pregame show, where if you're new to the broadcast, we take a look at both lineups and the stats coming into this evening's ball game. First, we're going to take a look at the Front Royal Cardinals starting lineups and stats coming into this evening's ball game. The Cardinals are led this year by head coach Mike Smith, with assistant coaches Derek Nicholson and Toro Trevino. Leading off for the Cardinals this evening, playing in center field from Troy, Alabama, a 5'10", 175-pound lefty senior out of Bethune-Cookman College, number 1, Darrell Lee. Batting second, the designated hitter from Winter Garden, Florida, a 6'2", 205-pound lefty-righty sophomore out of the University of North Florida, number 25, Carter White. Batting third and playing at third base from Port Charlotte, Florida, a 6', 215-pound righty-righty sophomore out of Florida Gulf Coast University, number 31, John Embry. Cleaning up for the Cardinals this evening, playing in left field from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a 5'11", 185-pound righty-righty junior out of the University of Akron, number 5, Austin Lafferty. Batting fifth for the Cardinals, doing the catching from Clarksburg, Maryland, a 6'3", 215-pound righty-righty senior out of the University of Richmond, number 27, Dylan Weinbrenner. Batting sixth, then playing at first base from Orange City, Florida, a 6'1", 205-pound switch-hitting righty, a junior out of Florida A&M, number 8, Josue Figueroa. Batting seventh and playing at second base from Lakeland, Florida, a 5'10", 185-pound lefty-righty junior out of San Diego State University, number 15, Joshua Quezada. Batting eighth for the Cardinals, playing in right field from Keller, Texas, a 6'2", 185-pound lefty-righty junior out of the University of Texas Arlington, number 18, Jackson Hill. Batting ninth and playing shortstop for Meridian, Mississippi, a 6'1", 185-pound righty-righty sophomore out of Troy University, number 9, Perrin Bland. And on the mound for the Cardinals this evening from Burlington, New Jersey, a 6'6", 230-pound right-handed pitcher, a freshman out of Long Island University, number 37, Grant Francisco. The Cardinals come into this evening's ball game with a 10-10 record. They are 5 games back from that top spot in the North Division. They're currently on a 7-game losing streak and are also 3-7 out of their last 10. Of course, 0-4 out of their last 4 ball games. Their last game was a 4-3 close loss to the Waynesboro Generals on Tuesday night. They did go to Strasburg Wednesday night. I was informed by the resident DJ and bus driver for the Cardinals, Paul Stinson, who I'm really good friends with, and I'll get into that in just a second, actually, my whole reason of how I know these people in Front Royal, if you don't know. I was told that they went to Strasburg, made it there, only to be told, hey, get back on the bus and go home, pretty much. And it was all because there was heavy rain up in Warren County and Shenandoah County. I live 30 minutes from there, and I got maybe 5 minutes of rain, so I was kind of shocked to hear that. But that's the situation of what happened last night. That game has been rescheduled to, I believe I saw July 7th last night. Don't quote me, but I think that's what it is off of the top of the dome there. The next 3 for the Cardinals, they will host the Winchester Royals tomorrow at Bing Crosby Stadium before taking the trip over to Woodstock to take on the River Bandits on Saturday, and then they will host the Harrisonburg Turks in a north-south split on Sunday. The leaders for the Cardinals offense, the batting leaders are as follows. In the first place with a 400 average is Sota Tashima. In second place with a 360 is John Embry. In third place with a 297 is Darrell Lee. And in fourth place with a 291 average is Dylan Weinbrenner. In the home run column, Embry leads with 6 home runs on the season. Valley League fans, you have probably seen his name splattered pretty much everywhere, or at least every week of the entire season, as he has been a powerful hitter for the Cardinals this season. He leads the team with 6, and in a second place with 3 is Lee. So, again, there's a split there between 1 and 2, as Embry, again, has 6. Lee has 3. That's good for second place. And in at least a 2-way tie for third place are Weinbrenner and Joshua Quezada. They both have 1 home run on the season. In the RBI column, Jake Campbell leads with 11 RBIs. In a 2-way tie for second place are Embry and Isaiah Frost. They both have 10 RBIs. And in fourth place with 6 is Lee. On the pitching side of things, Matthew Ruiz and Trevor Nicholas both have 2 wins on the season. That is good enough for a tie for first place. In an at least, well, it will be at least 2-way tie for third place. There's going to be plenty more there, but Matthew Kanike, I don't know if I said that right. I practiced earlier on because I had AI say it to me. I forgot how it is, so I hope that's close. So Matthew Kanike, Liam Powell, they both have 1 win each on the season, and of course there are more due for the Cardinals as well. Nicholas leads the strikeout column with 16. In second place with 15 is Jackson Bellhorn. In third place with 11 is Colby Seelig. And in fourth place with 10 is Ruiz. In the ERA column, there are 4 pitchers with 0 ERAs at the very least for the Cardinals, those being Powell, Campbell, Luka Vucevic, and Caden Hessemeyer. They again all have 0 ERAs all on the season. As a combined team on offense, the Cardinals, are batting a 243 average out of 649 at-bats. 116 runs have scored off of 158 hits, 25 doubles, no triples yet, 14 home runs, 85 RBIs, 134 walks, and 187 Cardinals players have struck out at the dish this season. Going on the other half of it, the pitching staff has pitched a combined 171 innings, giving up 180 hits that have scored 112 runs, 83 being earned, 94 walks, 139 strikeouts, with a combined pitching staff ERA coming into tonight's ball game of 4.37. We're going to take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. I'd like to say a thank you to our sponsor this evening. It is none other than UVA Orthopedics. Again, they are sponsoring our game this evening. We're going to take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network, and when we return, we'll take a look at the Culpeper Cavaliers starting lineups and stats coming into this evening's ball game. That's on the other half of this break. This is the Saber Metrics pregame show on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
Sports, bone, spine, and joint injuries can damage everything from your game to your independence and daily life. At UVA Orthopedics of Culpeper Medical Center, we're committed to caring for your health and wellness needs from the time you walk in the door until the time you walk out. From joint replacements to finger implants, we perform some of the most difficult surgeries in the state. You can come to UVA Health and trust you'll receive the most up-to-date procedures from highly skilled and caring orthopedic specialists. Visit us at 541 Sunset Lane in Culpeper or online at uvahealth.com.
The Rotary Club of Culpeper is part of a worldwide organization of business and professional leaders that provides humanitarian service, encourages high ethical standards in all vocations, and helps build goodwill and peace in the world. The main objective of Rotary is service, in the community, in the workplace, and throughout the world. The Rotary motto is service above self. For more information about your local Rotary Club of Culpeper, visit rotaryclubofculpeper.org.
Founded in 1972, Jefferson Home Builders has built over 2,500 homes, everything from cozy additions to showplaces. We center our work on quality, affordability, and reliability. Choose Jefferson Home Builders for your next project by visiting them online at jeffersonhomebuilders.com or by calling 540-812-9080. Jefferson Home Builders, filled with certainty.
At GFL Environmental, we're much more than a waste management company. We are uniquely equipped to be the full-service environmental solutions partner our customers need. Our strength lies in the diversity of our services. Our one-stop shop offers customers an extensive range of customizable, integrated environmental solutions, all supplied by one efficient company. Get in touch with your local GFL facility in Culpeper by calling 540-727-0887 every weekday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. GFL Environmental. Green today. Green for life.
From the fields you work to the animals you care for, day in and day out, you are there for them, and we are here for you. CFC Farm and Home Center.
This message is brought to you by your CFC Farm and Home Center of Culpeper, 15172 Brandy Road, 540-825-2200.
Appleton Campbell, built on trust. Your locally owned home service pros, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our integrity shines and our experience shows. Satisfaction guaranteed. That's Appleton Campbell. See us online at appletoncampbell.com. Appleton Campbell, built on trust.
Our blueprint at 84 Lumber started with the simplest of ideas. Hire good people, provide excellent service, add value. From that foundation, we created our structure and shaped an industry. We build projects, homes, dreams, neighborhoods. We build careers, lives, futures. We build success. 84 Lumber.
Our location at Bragg's Corner Properties lends itself to a superior visibility at the Route 29 bypass interchange. Bragg's Corner is ready to help make your business transition into this ever-expanding commercial area. Enjoy the freedom to start, grow, or expand your business today. For questions or to open your lease, visit Bragg's Corner Properties online at braggscorner.com. That's BRAGGS corner.com. Bragg's Corner Properties, where business meets success.
Now back to the Saber Metrics pregame show on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
If you just tuned in within the last couple of moments, you missed the Front Royal Cardinals starting lineups and stats coming into this evening's game. Now we're going to take a trek on over to the Culpeper Cavaliers starting lineups and stats coming into this evening's ball game. The Cavaliers are led this season by head coach Brandon Mack, assistant coach Trevor Mack, Josh Gardner, AJ Stead. Had the names backwards in my own brain there. Leading off for the Cavaliers this evening, and playing in right field from Rock Hill, South Carolina, a 5'10", 180-pound righty-righty junior out of Wofford College, number 5, Ethan Belk. Batting second and playing at second base from Memphis, Tennessee, a 5'7", 170-pound righty-righty redshirt freshman out of the University of Tennessee, number 13, Robinson Martin. Batting third and doing the catching from Pembroke Pines, Florida, a 6'1", 200-pound righty-righty sophomore out of Lipscomb University, number 17, Alejandro Ludero. Cleaning up for the Cavaliers playing at first base from Williamsburg, Virginia, a 6'3", 220-pound righty-righty redshirt freshman out of Wallace Community College, number 12, Colby Motley. Batting fifth, playing at third base from Severn, Maryland, 6'4", 205-pound righty-righty senior out of UNC Charlotte, number 38, Caleb Estes. Batting sixth, playing in left field from Pullman, West Virginia, a 6', 195-pound lefty-righty redshirt freshman out of WVU, number 10, Maxwell Malessa. Batting seventh, the DH from McLean, Virginia, a 6', 195-pound righty-righty junior out of Northwestern University, number 14, Kelly Crittenberger. Batting eighth and playing in center field from Memphis, Tennessee, a 6'1", 205-pound righty-righty redshirt freshman out of the University of South Alabama, number 15, Donovan Mitchell. And batting ninth for the Cavaliers playing at shortstop from Miami, Florida, a 5'10", 180-pound righty-righty sophomore out of San Diego State University, number 1, Evan Escobar. And starting on the mound for the Cavaliers this evening from Jacksonville, Florida, a 6'1", 200-pound lefty-righty senior out of Penn State University, number 40, Zach Mizrahi. The Cavaliers come into this evening's game with a 7-11 record, 4.5 games back from that top spot in the South Division, currently riding a 4-game win streak, and they are 6-4 out of their last 10. They're also 4-0 perfectly out of their last 4, of course, with the 4-game win streak. Their last game was a 15-7 win over the Waynesboro Generals at Kate Collins Middle School last night, a game where the Cavaliers had an early lead, gave it up, and then came back, I want to say in the 7th it was. Again, going off of memory is not great, especially at 10 o'clock. You were watching it too, or you were there?
I'd be there to do point streak.
Okay, that works. So
it was, 7th inning. They scored like 6.
Yeah, it was like 6 runs because we were down whatever to 7 or whatever to 5, and then
5 runs in the 7th and then 6 in the 9th.
Something along those lines. Either way, they were down something to 4, came back and won 15-7 or whatever it was. The next 3 for the Cavaliers, they will travel over the mountain to Harrisonburg to take on the Turks tomorrow before what point streak lists right now is a doubleheader against Waynesboro, but word on the street is that is not a doubleheader. Again, point streak says doubleheader. That's what I'm reading, so if it's wrong, blame point streak. Again, that'll be on Saturday the 28th, and then the Cavaliers will travel over the mountain again, this time up north to the Newmarket Rebels to take them on this coming Sunday. Cavaliers batting leaders are as follows. In first place with a .392 is Keaton Burrows. In second place with a .357 is Caleb Estes. In third place with a .311 is Colby Motley. And in fourth place with a .310 is Maxwell Malessa. In the home run column, there's a lot of Cavaliers that have hit a home run on the season. Not going to count them, I'll certainly list them off. Kelly Crittenberger, Cam Turner, Motley, Malessa, Mason Breton, Jaquay Stewart, and Alejandro Ludero all have 1 home run on the season. By the way, Jaquay Stewart's was a grand slam in the last home game here on Tuesday. Alejandro's was a 2-run shot on Tuesday as well. I don't think anyone hit home runs in the game yesterday in Waynesboro, so I'm just going to roll on through with it. In the RBI column, Motley leads with 11 RBIs on the season. He's followed in at least a 3-way tie for second place with 9 are Donovan Mitchell, Alejandro Ludero, and again, Jaquay Stewart. The pitching leaders for the Cavaliers in the win column, Cody Saladay has 2 wins on the season. He's followed in a lot of ties for second place right there. Owen Weinberger, Carter Rasmussen, Riley Cruz, Branton Little, Paul Woodcop. They all have 1 win on the season, so that's 5 taking up the second place spot right there. In the strikeout column, Branton Little has a partner now in first place. He's got Riley Cruz. They both have 17 strikeouts on the season. Cruz, I'll actually get into that more in a little while as he pitched last night and actually had an ace with no runs scored. He was featured on the Valley Baseball League's Facebook page earlier today as one of the 4 aces in the Valley League. So I'll get more into his stats in a little while from last night, but just that is the point of concern right there. In third place with 14 is Cody Soliday, and in fourth place with 13 is Mason Snyder. The lowest Cavalier ERA goes to their catcher tonight, Alejandro Ludero. He has a 0 ERA on the season. I think he's only pitched 2/3 of an inning, but hey, what does it matter? He's still got a 0 ERA. It looks good on paper, so we're going to take it like that. Paul Whitcop in second with a 1.20 ERA. In third place with a 1.54 is Mason Snyder, and in fourth place with a 2.89 is Alexander Crutter. Cavaliers offense are batting .244 coming into this evening's game out of 587 at-bats. 117 runs have scored off of 143 hits. 19 doubles, 5 triples, 7 home runs, 91 RBIs, 104 walks, 147 Cavaliers have come up to the dish and struck out so far this season. On the other side of it, the Cavaliers pitching staff has pitched 147 innings, giving up 149 hits, with 122 runs scored, 97 being earned, 91 walks, 145 strikeouts, with a team combined ERA of 5.94. We're going to take a sideline again here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. We're going to take a few moments, mainly so I can catch my breath and get some fluids in me because it is warm here in CCHS. Again, I'd like to thank our friends at UVA Orthopedics of Culpeper Medical Center for being this evening's game sponsor. They will be mentioned several times throughout tonight's ball game as just a thank you for their support of the Cavaliers for, I want to say, 3 years running now, as they, I believe, came in a little late in the first year. At least they were given to me late in the first year, but they have been there ever since. We're going to take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. In the meantime, we're going to return in a few minutes to take a look around the league, presented by Valley League sponsors LD&B Insurance and Financial Services and Southern Kitchen in Newmarket. This is the Saber Metrics pregame show on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
Since 2004, All Install, your local Generac backup generator dealer, has provided Central Virginia with backup generators and parts at a reasonable price. We offer free in-home estimates as well as service for all our customers' generator needs. Install or service your Generac generator with the help of All Install today. Visit allinstallva.com or call 540-923-4592. All Install, dependable in your time of need.
With more than 50 years of providing Culpeper and the surrounding areas with top-quality building supplies, Cherry Street Building Supply is your trusted resource for all projects. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, we give you the attention you simply don't get at the big box stores. Our helpful staff is very knowledgeable with more than 150 years of combined experience in the field. Visit Cherry Street Building Supply at 1418 Orange Road or online at cherrystbuildingsupply.com or call 540-825-0397. See us at Cherry Street Building Supply for all your building supply needs.
Experience the difference at Culpeper Dental Associates. We are a family dental practice committed to providing best-in-class dental care using the most cutting-edge technology possible. We are located in Culpeper at 800 Sunset Lane Suite B, near Culpeper Medical Center. At Culpeper Dental Associates, your comfort is our main priority and our staff is dedicated to making all aspects of your visit to our office a pleasant experience. For more information or to set up your next appointment, give us a call at 540-825-2444 or visit our website at culpeperdentalassociates.com. We look forward to seeing you soon at Culpeper Dental Associates.
Freedom is a wonderful thing, and through sound, comprehensive financial planning, Freedom Street at Stewart Partners can help empower you to make the most of yours. It all begins with the candid, relationship-building conversations that go beyond balance sheets and portfolios. We focus on the things that matter most to you in life: your dreams, your hopes, your loved ones, and your vision of the future. Get in touch with your local Freedom Street branch today by calling 540-825-4611 or visit freedomstreetpartners.stewardpartners.com.
Here's your look around the league, presented by LD&B Insurance and Financial Services and Southern Kitchen in Newmarket.
As Mike Smith and Brandon Mack meet at home plate with the umpires, we've got a full slate here around the Valley League. This is your look around the league for this Thursday, June 26th evening, presented by Valley League sponsors LD&B Insurance and Financial Services and Southern Kitchen in Newmarket. In the South Division, actually, hold on, we've got North-south splits galore as the Charlottesville Tom Sox travel to the Woodstock River Bandits this evening. A game that started at 6 p.m. according to my printout from earlier. The Winchester Royals host the Strasburg Express in North Division action. That game set to begin from Shenandoah University at 7 p.m. Also a game beginning at 7 p.m. from Kate Collins Middle School. The Waynesboro Generals look to get into the win column against the Covington Lumberjacks. The Purcellville Cannons host the Harrisonburg Turks from Fireman's Field. A north-south split there as well. 7 o'clock is the first pitch time up in Purcellville. From Gypsy Hill Park in Stanton, the hometown Braves take on the Newmarket Rebels with a first pitch time of 7:30 p.m. And, of course, the game you're tuned into in a north-south split, the Culpeper Cavaliers host the Front Royal Cardinals here from CCHS. Tonight's ball game will begin around 7 p.m. In the North Division, the Woodstock River Bandits take a commanding lead with a 15-5 record. That's a .750 win percentage, the best in the league still. 7-game win streak, 9-1 out of their last 10. The Strasburg Express are in second place with an 11-6 record. That's a .647 win percentage, 2.5 games back, 7-3 out of their last 10. The Front Royal Cardinals and Winchester Royals are tied for third place at a 10-10 record, 500 win percentage, 5 games back. The Cards on a 7-game losing streak. Winchester on a 2-game losing streak. The Cards 3-7. The Royals 6-4. The Purcellville Cannons are in fifth place with a 9-9 record. That's a 500 average. 5 games back as well. 3-game win streak. Actually, they probably should be tied for third. So let's say it that way. Purcellville's tied for third. 5 games back, 3-game win streak, 6-4 as well out of their last 10. The Newmarket Rebels are in 6th place with a 5-14 record, .263 win percentage, 9.5 games back, 5-game losing streak, 1-9 out of their last 10. In the South Division, the Harrisonburg Turks are atop the division with a 13-8 record. That's a .619 win percentage, 2-game losing streak, 4-6 out of their last 10. The Stanton Braves are in second place with an 11-9 record. That's a .550 win percentage, a game and a half back, 5-5 out of their last 10. The Charlottesville Tom Sox are in third place with a 8-10 record, .444 win percentage, 3.5 games back, 2-game win streak, 5-5 out of their last 10. The Waynesboro Generals are in fourth place with an 8-11 record, .421 win percentage, 4 games back, 5-5 out of their last 10. The Covington Lumberjacks and the Culpeper Cavaliers are tied for fifth place, so the Cavaliers technically taking a spot up now in the division standings. 7-11 record for both teams, .389 win percentage, 4.5 games back. Covington lost their last game. Culpeper again riding a 4-game win streak. The Jacks on a 3-7 out of their last 10. The Cavs 6-4 out of their last 10. And that's your look around the league presented by LD&B Insurance and Financial Services and Southern Kitchen in Newmarket. And this will also conclude our Saber Metrics pregame show here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. When we return, we will get down and dirty with it. First pitch is on the other half of this break as we get set and ready for the Front Royal Cardinals and the Culpeper Cavaliers for the second and final time in the regular season here in this 2025 Valley Baseball League season. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball coming back to you on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
At City Light Baptist Church, we are a community of people God has chosen and preserved for Himself who love, follow, learn from, and worship God together. We are a loving church that brings the loving message of a loving God to a lost world. Visit us online at citylightculpeper.org or give us a call at 540-321-4400. Worship services are held every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. at City Light Baptist Church. Worship with us at 1121 Sperryville Pike in Culpeper.
We may have a new name, but Sean's Craft Barbecue in Culpeper is still serving up your favorite meats, homemade sides, and so much more. And who can forget all of Sean's menu is 100% fresh made daily. Dine in at our location at 602 Sperryville Pike. Call in your order at 540-317-5692 or order through our website at seanscraftbarbecue.com. You can also order through our mobile app. Download the Sean's Craft Barbecue app on the Apple App Store or Google Play. Sean's Craft Barbecue. Real wood, real food, real good.
Located in Culpeper, Maloney & Ward Insurance Agency has been committed for over 30 years to providing the best insurance coverage, but also the best service. We try to make picking the right insurance policy easier and less daunting for you by going the extra mile, doing the extra work, and reassuring you that our team of experienced professional agents is here for you every step of the way. To get in touch with one of our dedicated team members, visit MaloneyandWard.com or call 540-825-9121. Maloney & Ward Insurance Agency. Coverage you need. Coverage you can trust. Coverage you can afford.
The Battlefield Area Fellowship of Christian Athletes serves over 4,000 coaches and 21,000 athletes. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes serves local youth by building relationships that will demonstrate steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ and His Word through integrity, serving, teamwork, and excellence. For more information on their work in the local area, to view upcoming events, or to even join their team, visit battlefieldfca.org.
Culpeper Battlefield Tours, LLC is a proud sponsor of the Culpeper Cavaliers. Culpeper Battlefield Tours launched in 2022 to provide tours of Culpeper's historic battlefields and sites. Tours of 2 or 3 hours can be customized of Brandy Station Battlefield, Buford's Knoll, Fleetwood Hill, St. James Church, Stevensburg, and the Winter Encampment, or contact Culpeper Battlefield Tours for a specialty tour. To contact them, learn about upcoming events and more, call 540-632-4500 or visit culpeperbattlefieldtours.com.
At Peak Roofing Contractors, we specialize in roof installation, new gutters, siding, windows, and doors. In fact, we will transform the exterior of your home into something beautiful. As a family-owned and operated business, our customers, our name, and our employees are our most important assets. We provide hassle-free estimates, no high-pressure sales, and quality results that will last for years. For an appointment, visit us on the web at peakroofingcontractors.com.
K&M Lawn, Garden and Arborist Supplies is your home for the perfect outdoor power equipment, mowers, compact tractors, and arborist supplies. We carry many of the major outdoor equipment brands, and we're the largest arborist supply store around. Why choose anyone else when we've been voted best lawn and garden store in the best of Culpeper for 10 years running? Whatever you need, call us at 540-825-8371 or stop in our newer, larger location at 16299 Allied Way in Culpeper. K&M Lawn, Garden and Arborist Supplies. From grass to trees, we aim to please.
Integrity Automotive proudly provides expert auto and light truck repair and maintenance services to customers of the Culpeper and Locust Grove areas. With the help of Integrity Automotive, it has never been easier or more convenient to keep your car or truck in top shape. We are a full-service shop and can handle both your basic requirements and your ultimate performance needs. Let us make sure your vehicle is reliable and safe. Visit Integrity Automotive online at integrityautovA.com. Integrity Automotive, yesterday's values, today's technology.
This is Culpeper Cavaliers baseball.
High fly ball into right, and that ball is gone! A grand slam, and the Cavaliers are on top! That is lined out into left center. It's going high, it's going far. Kiss it goodbye! The two-run shot!
You're tuned in on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
And that is lined into right field. That ball is well out of here. Goodbye! And the Cavaliers lead for the first time tonight. Grounded, bouncing ball. The play is not in time, and the Cavaliers have won the ball game.
Now, it's time for baseball on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
Baseball time is here at CCHS. I'd like to thank our friends again at UVA Orthopedics, a part of Culpeper Medical Center, for their support of tonight's ball game as being our game presenting sponsor. Sports, bone, spine, and joint injuries can damage everything from your game to your independence in daily life. At UVA Orthopedics of Culpeper Medical Center, we're committed to caring for your health and wellness needs from the time you walk into the door until the time you walk out. From joint replacements to finger implants, we perform some of the most difficult surgeries in the state. You can come to UVA Health and trust you'll receive the most up-to-date procedures from highly skilled and certified orthopedic specialists. Visit us at 541 Sunset Lane in Culpeper or online at uvahealth.com. During emergencies, always dial 911. 2 pitches on the time. Ball 1, then goes ball 2, 2-0. As it is Zach Mizrahi on the mound for the Cavaliers this evening, pitching to the leadoff man, Darrell Lee, as the 2-0 comes in for strike 1 called. It is now 2 balls and a strike coming to Darrell Lee. It's Lee, White, and Embry as the 3-2 up for the Cardinals here in this top half of the first inning. And Mizrahi sets and the pitch comes in. That's going to be in there for a called strike 2. Now 2-2 coming to the center fielder, Darrell Lee. Our scoreboard should be updating on your screen, and it currently... Oh, it is. I'm just looking at the wrong place. As that is going to be called ball 3-3. and 2, a payoff to start things off. I was looking in the old place for the old pitch, or excuse me, for the old count there, as it's now on the top of the scoreboard with the new one. That's going to be in there for a called strike 3. So 1 out is down off of the backwards K as it gets Daryl Lee looking, and there's out number 1.
Number 25 from North Florida, Carter White.
So 6 pitches already for Zach Mizrahi. He goes to batter number 2, Carter White, the DH. By the way, Daryl Lee, a Troy, Alabama native, 5'10", 175, lefty senior out of Bethune-Cookman. As the first pitch in the meantime, to Carter White is swung on and missed for strike 1. Nothing in 1, should be nothing and 1, not nothing in 2. That was a little glitch there. Carter White batting 2 in the order, DH, Winter Garden, Florida, 6'2", 205 pound. He's going to tip that one, I believe. He's looking down. 0-2.
Exactly.
Going back to it, Winter Garden, Florida native, 6'2", 205 pounds, lefty-righty sophomore out of the University of North Florida. And we're getting some lights here at CCHS, at least on the light poles. As it is overcast now, here comes the 0-2. Grounder to second, Robinson Martin to scoop, the flip to first with Colby Motley is in time for the out.
That'll bring up the
So 2 straight outs so far. The Cavaliers looking to take advantage of that as it's a ground out 4-3 play for the second out of the inning. And now the third baseman, John Embry, comes up to the dish for the Cardinals. Again, John Embry is one of the hottest home run hitters, at least in the Valley League. If he doesn't lead now, he led earlier on in the season, at least last week, because I kept seeing his name pop up on the Valley League Facebook page as he finds strike 1 on the first pitch, 0-1. Either way, Embry hails from Port Charlotte, Florida, 6 foot tall, 215 pounds, righty sophomore out of Florida Gulf Coast University. As Mizrahi deals the 0-1, that's going to be well outside and low, ball 1. 1-1 is the even count now. By the way, I hope you like the new scoreboard on your screen. I actually found it last night while I was watching the Waynesboro game, and it is so much more user-friendly, at least appears that way. So we're going to try it at least. It was free, too. I had to pay for the other one, as it's going to be a swinging strike 1 and 2. Oh, come on. It's early for all that taunting. Come on. No, you got to love it, though, on both sides.
You remember the last time we played?
Here comes the 1-2. That is going to be too low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs down in this top half of the first. Front Royal hasn't gotten a base runner on yet. Strikeout and a ground out for them so far. It's up at the top now. It's not at the bottom. It's up here because the little out circles got me too. I was like, wait a minute, my count's not updating. And I looked up. I was like, oh wait, yeah, it is. It's just not in the same spot.
It's it's a totally different one.
But like I said, it's free and it's so much easier to use. So I don't have to do all of that setup with it now. I don't have to worry about clicking and it not registering. This, for it being free, it works so much better. Here comes the payoff. It's going to be tipped or something, and we're going to stick with what we got as John Embry stays up. John Embry, in the meantime, 18 for 50. That's a 360, it appears. That's really small text, so I hope I'm saying that right. 6 home runs, 10 RBIs. As Mizrahi sets in, deals the payoff. Part 2 pitch comes in, tipped again. By the way, I didn't say it during the pregame show. Of course, I know Paul Stinson. I know practically all of the... Yeah, I haven't been updating that. The pitch count is off. I'm going to get it in just a second. Actually, I'll say it here in a second. Payoff is outside ball 4. So now a runner on with 2 down as John Embry takes the 90-foot walk of fame.
That'll bring up the left fielder, number 5 from Akron, Austin.
So total of 8 pitches on that one? Is that the count, at least, that you have there, Andrew? So I had 5 on the first one, 8 on the second one, makes it 13. Actually, I can count here. No, it's going to be 17, it appears. That was close for guessing. So the first pitch, in the meantime, to Austin Lafferty appears to be low and away for ball 1. It's a 0-1 start here.
Umpire actually made a late signal there for
strike
1. This time he didn't say strike. That was the only difference from what we're used to there.
I certainly didn't hear it through our crowd mic, which is why I was like, okay, it's ball 1. As the 0-1 now comes in, it's going to be upstairs. Now it's ball 1. 1-1 even count coming to Austin Lafferty, the left fielder. Batting cleanup from Pittsburgh, PA, 5'11", 185, righty junior out of Akron. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. That looks nice, but just too low for ball 2. That was correct. I just thought I said the wrong word. 2-1. up to 19 pitches or 20 pitches as I'm slowly remembering that that's a thing that I have now, as HBP is going to be pitch number 21, and now runners on first and second with 2 down.
Catcher, number 27 from the University of Richmond.
We're going to have a mound visit here from Brandon Mack really quick to try and calm down Mizrahi. So John Embry now at second, Austin Lafferty now at first via the HBP. 2 down, the Cavaliers looking to get out of the inning. So I don't know how well I'll do with the pitch count, because there's, at least with this new score bug, you can pick between 2 or 3 for free, and I liked this one the most. And so it had a pitch count, and I was like, I mean, I could give it a try. I can also turn it off if I don't want to use it, but I want to see if I can keep up with it. So just trying it out and just trying new things is always something that I'm happy with doing. Here's batter number 5 in the order, the catcher, Dylan Weinbrenner. Mizrahi sets after the brief mound visit. And here comes the first pitch to him, and that is going to be just inside for ball 1. A 1-0 start here for Weinbrenner in plate appearance number 1. Clarksburg, Maryland native, 6'3", 215-pound righty-righty senior out of Richmond. Here comes the 1-0. That is going to be a swing and a miss for strike 1. Now an even count for Dylan Weinbrenner. Mizrahi receiving a sign from his catcher, Ladero. Sets on the mound, a 1-1 coming, 2 down, top 1. And here comes the pitch. Looks nice, and it is for strike 2. So the Cavaliers have 1 strike left to deal to get out of the inning. No runs so far on no hits. 1 walk, 1 HBP, 2 on for the Cardinals. Mizrahi takes a stance after receiving a sign. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs down. Looks back to second, nobody there to make the play. And the pitch comes in, tipped and fouled, and we'll do it again at a 1-2. Cardinals have Lafferty on first, John Embry on second. Mizrahi takes a stance, a ball and 2 strikes repeated. Looks back to second, nobody there to make the play. 2 outs down, at top of the first. Takes a repeat back to second. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Looks nice, and it's in there for a called strike 3 looking. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on in the top half of the first inning, as it's a forwards K in the books to take Dylan Weinbrenner down. The Cardinals will call up their 6, 7, and 8 batters, and we go to the bottom half of the first inning. Cavaliers keep the Cardinals scoreless through the first inning of their offensive work. We take a break here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network, and when we return, we'll take a look at what the Cavaliers can do on offense. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball.
Do you know what it takes to get to the big leagues? To answer that question, we must start at the very beginning, the Little Leagues. Your local Culpeper Little League is proud to support your child's dream of making it big in the majors by starting with the basics. Culpeper Little League's focus is on 3 traits: character, courage, and loyalty. These traits will help youth baseball and softball players grow and develop into stellar athletes. Want to learn more, get involved, or begin playing? Head on over to culpeperll.org. Glory Days Grill is your local sports-themed, family-friendly American grill and bar that combines an award-winning menu of freshly prepared appetizers, entrees, and sandwiches with entertainment that appeals to all ages. Glory Days Grill offers a full bar, to-go services, catering, and banquet and party facilities. Come on in and dine in with us, or place your order by calling 540-829-7133, or order for curbside pickup or delivery at glorydaysgrill.com. Make today a glory day by eating at your local Glory Days Grill.
Since 2004, All Install, your local Generac backup generator dealer, has provided Central Virginia with backup generators and parts at a reasonable price. We offer free, in-home estimates, as well as service for all our customers' generator needs. Install or service your Generac generator with the help of All Install today. Visit allinstallva.com or call 540-923-4592. All Install, dependable in your time of need.
The Battlefield Area Fellowship of Christian Athletes serves over 4,000 coaches and 21,000 athletes. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes serves local youth by building relationships that will demonstrate steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ and His Word through integrity, serving, teamwork, and excellence. For more information on their work in the local area, to view upcoming events, or to even join their team, visit battlefieldfca.org.
Returning to play here in Culpeper, bottom half of the first inning. As the Cardinals go scoreless, the Cavaliers will call up Ethan Belk, the left fielder, Robinson Martin, the second baseman, and Alejandro Ludero, the catcher, as their three due up for this bottom half of the first inning. And again, Cavaliers hold the Cardinals scoreless here in this bottom half, or going into, rather, this bottom half of the first inning. Here's Ethan Belk. He appeared in last night's game against Waynesboro. I've got each of their stats actually printed off. Look at me go as strike one is called. 0-1 is the start. I did turn the pitch count off, by the way, because I realized in my happiness about it, I'd have to reset each time and then put the number of pitches back up, and it would be way too much for me to track. So as much as I'd like to do it, I'm not going to do it. That's grounded to the pitcher. It's going to be off of the pitcher. Ethan Belk's going to get to first safely. So a first batter up for the Cavaliers as Ethan Belk gets on. That's going to be ruled a single. So the first hit of the Cavaliers night goes their way. And up comes Robinson Martin for the Cavaliers.
We're actually going to take a pause right here in the game action to allow the pitcher Francisco to throw a few after that line or that grounder up the middle. I think it might have got him on his hand potentially.
So while we have the time, Ethan Belk yesterday ended his night with a combined average of 255, went 1 for 4 from the plate last night, scored 2 runs, 2 RBIs, struck out once. Robinson Martin, according to my looks, did not appear last night.
You are correct.
Strike one in the meantime from Martin. 0-1 starts. I keep looking down at the out bubbles underneath the bases on the screen. I'm like, it's not updating. Yeah, it is. You're just not looking in the right place. Change comes fun times, but change comes impatience from me at some point. So I'm certainly getting used to it, as probably a lot of the Cavaliers fans are. The Cardinals fans are like, just shut up and call the game. Here comes the 1-1. That's going to be lined. It looks to be foul, and it's going to be just foul, but caught by the right fielder Jackson Hill for out number 1. So 1 out is down on the board as Robinson Martin goes down on an FO9 for out number 1.
Alejandro Ludero.
Cavaliers still have Ethan Belk on as he did not advance. So we go to Alejandro Ludero, the catcher for the Cavaliers. He did appear in last night's ball game, ended the night with a 291 combined average. That's all games leading up and last night's game as well. He ended his night with a 500, 2 for 4, scored 1 run, had an RBI as well. So Francisco sets on the mound. And the pitch comes in. It's going to be missed ball 1. The slide is in time for the smooth criminal Belk. So it is a stolen base on his behalf as Ethan Belk slides in safely, very close. As I realize I'm not catching replays right now. I think I just missed it anyways. Alejandro Ludero in the meantime, ball 1, 1-0. Francisco looks back to second. The closest man there is Quezada at second. He shifts backwards towards the lip. Pitch comes in, and that's going to be a called ball 2-0. Wind is getting very, very powerful out in the outfield.
I was just about to make a comment about that too. Looking up, seeing the trees in the background swaying pretty well there.
And you can see the flag out in center field. Usually never blows when the wind goes any other time, but then again, coming through our crowd mic that's coming in, or actually it's inside the window. It's not even out of the window. It's picking up the wind a lot, so it's certainly blowing out there. Let's see if Alejandro can hit one to left field. The wind will help carry it at this point. Fun thing about wind is you love it and you hate it in this sport. 3-0. I promise you that's not thunder. Francisco looks back to second. The pitch comes in 3-0. That's going to be missed low and away for ball 4, and a 90-foot walk of fame comes to Alejandro Ludero. So the Cavaliers now have one on via hit, one on via walk.
Colby Motley.
And that brings up the first baseman, Colby Motley, to the dish for the Cavaliers. Motley did not appear in last night's game against Waynesboro. So this is his first appearance since Tuesday, I want to say off the top of my head. I believe he did play Tuesday. I could look, but I'm not going to right now.
He was in the original lineup yesterday, but was a late substitution out. So he was going to play, but then there was a late substitution about 15 minutes before game time.
I did actually hear the broadcaster for Waynesboro say our lineup is a little bit different from what's actually being presented because there was a late change, and I was like, oh, okay, fine. I'm not gonna yell. I mean, I'm not one of those people that does yell at the screen. 1-0 comes in. It is going to be called strike. Ball and a strike now for the first baseman, Colby Motley. He's 19 for 61 coming into the game. That's a 3.11. That is the third best for the Cavaliers, I'm pretty sure. At least going off of memory from earlier. Actually, I've got the printout. You can take a quick look. That holds true. Third best. Here comes the 1-1. It's going to be outside ball 2. 2-1. Francisco sets on the mound. Looks back to second. Nobody there to make the play quite yet. Quezada back and forth. Pitch comes in 2-1. Going to be low and away ball 3, 3-1. And now we're going to have a mound visit as, not sure if that's Mike Smith or not, but one of the Cardinals coaches at the very least is going to come out and have a word with Grant Francisco. While we have a moment, I'd like to remind you that the Cavaliers will take a road stand over the mountain to the Harrisonburg Turks tomorrow evening before coming back here to host the Waynesboro Generals here at CCHS on Saturday. Again, Point Streak lists that it's a doubleheader, but I've heard word on the street that it's not. So I've been told that Troy Ralston says it is not. So it just has not been updated on Point Streak.
Yes, and I was down in Waynesboro last night helping them out with the Point Streak, and they have it on their end that it's a single game at 7 o'clock. So that most likely is what will be game time on Saturday.
So we will certainly hold that one to a certain standard. 3-1 as we return. Pitch comes in. Upstairs, ball 4. 90-foot walk of fame, and we've seen this sight before. Will we see the result of this site before is the next question.
Number 38, Caleb Estes.
So Colby Motley takes the 90-foot walk of fame off of a 3-1. And Caleb Estes, the third baseman, comes up for the Cavaliers. I believe he is the second hottest bat for the Cavaliers. He is with a 357 coming into the game. He also appeared in last night's game, went 1 for 3 from the dish, scored a run, had 2 RBIs as well. First pitch misses, ball 1, 1-0. So Grant Francisco looking to get out of the innings, got 1 down. Cavaliers have 2 outs to play with on offense. Francisco sets on the mound. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be low, gets away from the catcher. Nobody advances, ball 2. As Ethan Belk thought about it, but maybe went towards the grass lip, or the dirt grass lip, if even that, and then went back. The wind has calmed down here at CCHS. Those trees aren't swaying as much out in center field. I don't think you can see it as much as you can in real time, but as that is going to be in there for a called strike, 2-1. But if you couldn't see earlier, those trees were really rocking out there. And again, the wind has calmed down some. They are not moving well near as bad as what they were a little while ago. But there's still some wind activity out there. Here comes the 2-1. That one is going to be in there for a called strike on the lower end, 2-2. Caleb Estes looking for hit number 6 on the season as well. It would be RBI number 7 at least, depending on how hard he could hit the baseball at this point in time. 7:20-ish local time here in Culpeper. As Francisco sets, here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, so Estes goes down on strikes. It's a forwards K as out number 2 is recorded.
I'll bring up the left fielder.
It brings up Maxwell Melessa, the left fielder.
Maxwell Melessa.
He also appeared in last night's ball game, went 2 for 3, scored 3 runs, had an RBI and a walk. He comes into this game as the 4th hot bat for the Cavaliers at 310. Six of the 9 Cavalier starters this evening appeared in last night's ball game, by the way. Here comes the first pitch. That is going to be bounced. Coming to home is Ethan Belk, and he's going to slide in with no play made, and the Cavaliers strike first.
That was a beautiful slide there as well. As you can see on the replay there, Belk had a very Trey Turner-like slide there.
So now 1 run has crossed. Runners threaten second and third now. So 2 ducks left on the pond, possibly in scoring position are both. As Ladero now stands on third, Colby Motley at second. And the Cavs lead 1-0. Five of the Cardinals starting lineup players have appeared in their game against Waynesboro on Tuesday. As the pitch comes in, that is going to be in there for a low strike. 1-1 is the count now. As now I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. 1-1 for Maxwell Melessa, the left fielder. Rather going to be 1-2. I missed a pitch in there. 1-2. Francisco sets on the mound. Here comes the pitch. Lined and fouled. On the left field side of the field, out of play. Or rather, it stays just about in play. Wrong wording. 1-2 remains. Again, Cavs lead 1-0. As they get a run to score off of a wild pitch. Francisco sets. A 1-2 part 2 coming pitch comes in, lined up into right field, chasing over Hill, and he's got it as he loses his ball cap. So that's going to do it for the inning as the Cavaliers tack on a run. And we take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. When we return, we'll see what the Cardinals can do on offense as they trail 1-0. This is the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network, thanking our friends over at the Rotary Club of Culpeper, Path Recreation and Fitness, and H&R Block. Again, this is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
H&R Block's purpose is simple: to provide help and inspire confidence in our clients and communities everywhere. Since our founding in 1955, we've prepared approximately 800 million tax returns. We know that tax needs and situations change from year to year. That's why we offer new and innovative ways to prepare and file taxes so clients can choose what suits them best. When it comes to tax preparation services, the H&R Block tax professionals located at the center at Culpeper are here to meet all your tax needs. Schedule an appointment with us today by calling 540-825-3700 or visit hrblock.com to see all of our online services.
Path Recreation and Fitness Center's 27,000 square foot center houses multi-sport courts, batting cages, a fitness area, activity rooms, and more to serve all your recreation and fitness needs. Stop by our center at 19002 Crossroad Parkway for a tour and see how the center can serve you. For more information, call 540-825-0000 or visit pathrecreationandfitnesscenter.com. Path Recreation and Fitness Center. Find your fun. Find your fit. A member of the Culpeper Wellness Foundation.
The Rotary Club of Culpeper is part of a worldwide organization of business and professional leaders that provides humanitarian service, encourages high ethical standards in all vocations, and helps build goodwill and peace in the world. The main objective of Rotary is service, in the community, in the workplace, and throughout the world. The Rotary motto is service above self. For more information about your local Rotary Club of Culpeper, visit rotaryclubofculpeper.org.
Returning to play here in Culpeper. A 1-0 Cavalier lead as we go into the top half of the second inning. Cardinals call up Josue Figueroa, Joshua Quezada, and Jackson Hill. As that one is lined out into center, it's going to drop, it appears, for a base hit. So one hit on the board now for the Cardinals as Josue Figueroa, need to get that extra way in there. Josue Figueroa singles into center field. And that is the first hit of the ball game for the Cards. Just about caught on the replay there as well. As you can see, it just trickle into center field for that base hit. So the Cardinals have their first hit now of the ball game. And here comes the pitch. It's going to be missed ball one. A 1-0 start here for Josh Quezada from Mizrahi. Quezada playing at second base for the Cardinals this evening. If I can look on the right side, I can tell you more about him. As the pitch comes in 1-0, that's going to be lined to second base. The flip is going to be bobbled. Play at second is still going to be in time, though, but it is an error at second base for the fielder's choice. Going to say something along those lines at least. Right now, it's going to just stick as the fielder's choice.
From the University of Texas,
but you could also argue error there.
Jackson Hill.
In the official ruling, yes, it will be counted as a fielder's choice. 4-6 there, but yet it was an error to cause it only to be 1 out instead of 2 outs.
So up comes the 8-batter Jackson Hill as the pitch gets away from Alejandro Ludero. Nobody advancing, so we'll stay where we're at with a 1-0 count for Jackson Hill, the right fielder. Been trying to get out where these people are from and all that information. Figueroa standing on first, Orange City, Florida native, 6'1", 205-pound switch-hitting righty, a junior from Florida A&M. That's lifted out, and it's going to be over the head of a jumping Escobar and into left field for a base hit. Rounding to third off of the bobble is going to be Quezada, and he's going to stop as it is a single on the behalf of Jackson Hill. And then an advancement on the error, at least that's what I'm going to call it.
That'll bring up the shortstop, number 9.
Going to call an E7 on that one. Hit still stands as Jackson Hill stands on second now. 1 out down here in this top half of the second. Cavs lead 1-0 over the Cards. But the Cards have 1, possibly 2 in scoring position. First pitch comes in. It's a wild pitch. Coming home is going to be Quezada, and it's a tie ball game. So a wild pitch scores a run for the Cardinals. They now have tied the ball game up. Now a 1-1 score. So Jackson Hill, in the meantime, going to third off of the wild pitch. So wild pitches have scored everybody so far. Darryl Lee at the dish, and he's going to foul that one away. 1-1. Approaching 7:30 local time here in Culpeper. Tie ball game between the Cards and the Cavs. Cavs defeated the Cardinals on Sunday 6-4. Cardinals looking for the way to get that sour taste out of their mouths. As the 1-1 comes in, that is going to be in there for a called strike 2. Ball 2 strikes, 1 out down for Darryl Lee, the center fielder. Came up last time, struck out looking on a payoff from Mizrahi. Mizrahi sets, comes in, going to be popped up, looks to be foul territory, just shallow. First baseman Colby Motley making the grab for out number 2. That was a great backwards read there by Motley, actually.
That'll ring up center fielder number 1.
Just about catch that on the replay there. So there comes the pitch in, and you can just see Colby looking over his shoulder to make that catch. So certainly a great read there from Colby Motley. So I will rule that an FO3 as a technicality. First pitch comes in well outside. The Cardinals look to score here, and it's not on target, and the Cardinals now take the 2-1 lead with Jackson Hill crossing. So 2 wild pitches score 2 runs, and the Cardinals now take the lead. Here comes the pitch. Lined and into right field for a base hit and possibly more. So Carter White's taking the 2-0. Going to be single on the play. 3 hits for the Cardinals now.
Number 25, Carter White.
Or rather, that's Carter White coming up now. Darrell Lee coming in.
Yeah, Darrell Lee.
I see what I did.
Yeah, Darrell Lee was the one that had the base hit there.
Yeah, I missed Perrin Bland on the bottom half of my book there. Perrin Bland was the one to fly out to first base for out number 2. Because I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. So now here's Carter White, the DH. He's going to line that one and caught by Colby Motley for the outs. So the Cavaliers do get into a pickle. They now trail 2-1 to the Front Royal Cardinals as we take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. Carter White going down on a, I'm going to call it a line out at this point. Line out to 3 for the third out. Cardinals do get 3 hits to go. 2 runs score on 1 Cavalier error, I believe, as we take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. 2-1 going into the bottom half of the second. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball, reminding you about the upcoming Culpeper Cavaliers pitching and catching camp. That's coming up in just a couple of weeks.
Sign your child up for the upcoming Culpeper Cavaliers Pitchers and Catchers Camp. The Culpeper Cavaliers are hosting a 2-day camp for children as young as age 8 to as old as age 17. The Culpeper Cavaliers players and coaches will instruct your child to help improve their game and get insight into how college players play each day during the season. The pitching and catching camp will be held on Monday, July 14th and Tuesday, July 15th from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Camp registration fees are $50 per child and will be held at Culpeper County High School's baseball field. Don't miss out. Sign your child up today at culpepercavaliers.org/youth-camps.
K&M Lawn, Garden and Arborist Supplies is your home for the perfect outdoor power equipment, mowers, compact tractors, and arborist supplies. We carry many of the major outdoor equipment brands, and we're the largest arborist supply store around. Why choose anyone else when we've been voted best lawn and garden store in the best of Culpeper for 10 years running? Whatever you need, call us at 540-825-8371 or stop in our newer, larger location at 16299 Allied Way in Culpeper. K&M Lawn, Garden and Arborist Supplies. From grass to trees, we aim to please.
Turn into play here in Culpeper. Bottom half of the second coming up here from CCHS. Cardinals lead 2-1 going into it, as the Cavaliers will call up their 7, 8, and 9 batters. Kelly Crittenberger, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Escobar for this bottom half of the second, again, where they trail by 1 run. So Francisco will set on the mound for the first pitch of the second inning. Here it comes. Going to be inside, ball 1. A 1-0 start here for Kelly Crittenberger in plate appearance number 1 of the evening. Crittenberger appeared in last night's game, went 1 for 4 with 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Comes into the game with a 1.92 ERA. Ball 2 in the meantime, 2-0 the count. Francisco sets on the mound. Again, a 2-0 count coming on the pitch, and here it comes. It looks nice, but just a little too high, it appears, for ball 3, 3-0. Again, that pitch looked nice across the dish, but again, just had to be a little bit too high.
Yeah, the catcher there, Dylan Weinbrenner, thank you. Weinbrenner asked the umpire where it missed, and he did signal a little bit up.
Strike 1 in the meantime, 3-1 is the count. took me a second to say Weinbrenner's name, too, because I'm like, Weinbrenner, and then we've got Weinbarger.
That's why when I saw it on your sheet, I paused there, too. I was like, wait, I know we have a Weinbarger.
And that's actually what I saw, or what I thought when the first time that I saw it, as ball 4 comes in, and it's a 90-foot walk of fame coming to the DH, Kelly Crittenberger. So the Cardinals give up their third official walk of the ball game.
Center fielder, number 15 from South Alabama, Donovan Mitchell.
So up comes the center fielder, Donovan Mitchell. But yeah, going back to that, they've got a Weinbrenner, we've got a Weinbarger. Not only did I think about Weinbarger being Weinbrenner, but I also thought about George Steinbrenner and the Steinbrenner family for the Yankees, of course, because I'm a Yankee fan. But writing that down earlier, I'm like, wait a minute, that's pretty close to Steinbrenner, actually. It's like, you're just a couple letters off from being famous. First pitch, in the meantime, is in there for a call, strike 1. 0-1 to start things off here for the center fielder, Donovan Mitchell, in plate appearance number 1. He also appeared last night, went 0 for 0, but he did score a run.
So, yeah, Donovan Mitchell did come into the game late in the game. I want to say around the 7th or 8th inning, I believe.
That's right, yeah.
As that is on the outside corner, called strike 2. So, yes, he did come into the game for Jaquay Stewart yesterday late in the game. So that's why he didn't have as much of a stat line as the rest.
So the whole thing with Jaquay Stewart will come up here after this next pitch. 0-2 in the meantime. Nobody down to Donovan Mitchell as Francisco sets on the mound. And here comes the pitch. Runner goes. Grounder through the middle between short and third for a base hit. And they're going to stop as Donovan Mitchell picks up his first hit of the ball game. That is the second hit of the ball game for the Cavaliers. That's just what they needed to get back into the offensive threat that they had earlier. So runners now on first and second for the Cavaliers. They've picked up their second hit of the ball game. Evan Escobar, the shortstop, comes up now. Going back to Jaquay Stewart, he did appear in last night's game. He actually did get the start. Let's see exactly where he started. I want to say he would have started
center field.
Okay,
I'm sorry, right field.
Yes, you're correct. Right field, as the first pitch is missed for ball 1. But Jaquay came into the game, played 6-7 innings, however many it was, and came out. And I actually talked to head coach Brandon Mack about this too, or it came up in conversation. I didn't talk to him about it because I didn't notice that it had happened until he talked about it.
Okay.
And he had said that Jaquay, he didn't say anything official, but he said that Jaquay had injured, we're going to put it like this, injured his hand, and it's potential that he might be out for the rest of the Valley League season.
Yeah, it was on a play. His last hit of the game, I believe that it was when he hit the double there. The sliding into second base was where the injury may have occurred there. So hopefully it's not too serious for him. Whether he's out for a couple of weeks or the rest of the season, we do wish him a speedy recovery. Mm-hmm. We do hope he is able to return for us, as he has been getting his bat hot recently.
And to put that into perspective, for those that weren't tuned in on Tuesday, he had a grand slam, I believe it was in the third inning against Winchester. Bunt signaled, no go, ball 3. But there were, I want to say it was 6-0 at that time. He hit a grand slam to make it a 10-run game at that point. And so certainly best wishes to him, and hopefully it's nothing serious, but if it is, we wish him a speedy recovery. So if at the very least he can't make it back to the Valley League in this 2025 season, he can certainly make it back on the roster in time for Texas's fall ball or whatever they have in the offseason as strike 1 comes in 3-1. I don't know if Texas does a fall ball, by the way. I know ACC schools around the area. I know UVA does it because I follow them, but I'm guessing it's common around some collegiate programs. I guess it depends on the coach, but I'm guessing Texas would be one of those.
Especially in the South,
mm-hmm.
where it's hotter
still
there
warm,
for them
yeah.
to be able to do fall ball.
It's November and you're still in your shorts and t-shirt with your sunglasses on, drinking your pina colada. And it's like, wait, what? It's snowing in Virginia.
Exactly. So the count now is full.
Here comes the pitch. Upstairs and inside ball 4. So a 90-foot walk of fame given up to Evan Escobar. The bags are now loaded for the Cavaliers.
That'll bring up the right field.
So that'll be 2 innings in a row.
But first, a mound visit.
For there to be bases loaded
And in the meantime, the Cardinals will call to the bullpen, so we will take a sideline here in the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. Again, bases loaded here in CCHS. Cavs trail 2-1 to the Cardinals. We're going to take a quick sideline and hear a word from a few of our friends in our sponsorship circles. But I'd like to remind you about tonight's game sponsor, UVA Orthopedics, a part of Culpeper Medical Center. UVA Health Culpeper Medical Center and UVA Health Orthopedics is your local specialized medical center, treating patients for a variety of reasons, from allergies to weight loss and orthopedic conditions to injuries. They care about your needs from the time you walk in the door until the time you walk out. As a part of an integrated health system, UVA Health's mission is to inspire hope for all Virginians and beyond, but it's the local community that UVA Health Culpeper Medical Center is most joyful in serving. UVA Health Culpeper Medical Center is proud to serve the Culpeper community and surrounding areas. For when you need that specialized care, visit UVA Health Culpeper Medical Center and UVA Health Orthopedics at 501 Sunset Lane in Culpeper, or call them at 540-829-4100. For more information, visit them online at uvahealth.com. And find Culpeper Medical Center under their Locations tab. UVA Health Culpeper Medical Center and UVA Health Orthopedics. Centers patients around all they do.
Sports, bone, spine, and joint injuries can damage everything from your game to your independence and daily life. At UVA Orthopedics of Culpeper Medical Center, we're committed to caring for your health and wellness needs from the time you walk in the door until the time you walk out. From joint replacements to finger implants, we perform some of the most difficult surgeries in the state. You can come to UVA Health and trust you'll receive the most up-to-date procedures from highly skilled and caring orthopedic specialists. Visit us at 541 Sunset Lane in Culpeper or online at uvahealth.com.
Located in the charming town of Culpeper, Shannon Butler DDS offers top-notch dental services in a welcoming and professional setting. With a reputation for excellence in oral care, our dental practice is dedicated to providing personalized treatment to each patient that walks through the door. From routine cleanings to advanced procedures, Shannon Butler DDS utilizes the latest technology and techniques to ensure the best possible outcomes for patients. Whether you're due for a checkup or seeking to enhance your smile, Shannon is committed to helping you achieve optimal dental health and a confident smile. Set up your appointment today by calling 540-825-0230 or visit our office at 1051 Oak Lawn Drive in the Oak Lawn Professional Park.
2-1 ball game here from CCHS. Cavs have the offensive hand, loaded bags, nobody down. As Santino Dilas comes up to pitch for the Cardinals. Get more on him in just a second. As the first pitch comes in, it's going to be on the outside edge, but in there for a called strike. Nothing and want to start things off here. Now for Ethan Belk, the left fielder. He singled his last time around. He has one of two Cavalier hits. Santino Dilas, a Bethel Park, PA native, 6'6", 190-pound righty, sophomore out of Seton Hall, as that's going to be lifted and bounces in front of second base. The play at second is going to be in time for the out, but a run does score, and so the Cavaliers get the fielder's choice to go their way, and the game is now tied again.
They'll bring up second baseman number 13, Robinson Martin.
So Ethan Belk grounds into a fielder's choice. It's going to be Evan Escobar caught in it. Kelly Crittenberger, the man to cross. Donovan Mitchell now on third. So runners threaten the corners for the Cavaliers. So again, tie ball game. Cavs have 2 hits. Cards have 3. 1 Cavalier error so far on defense. Robinson Martin, the second baseman, comes up. He's 0 for 1. First pitch is in there on a nice, it looked like curveball. Then again, as I've said before, I'm not a professional in calling pitches because I never pitched, but I can guess.
It was definitely whatever. It was an off-speed pitch there, which was a great one, whether it was a slider, curveball.
Strike 2 comes in, 0-2. Cavaliers have Donovan Mitchell on third. If I didn't say that already, Evan Escobar was caught in the fielder's choice. Ethan Belk now stands at first, 1-2 with that fielder's choice. Approaching 7:45 local time here in Culpeper. Tie ball game between the Cards and the Cavs. That's going to be fouled away. We're going to stay 0-2. Excuse me, 0-2.
So see what happens here. Also see if Belk takes off for second base, as I believe he did either have a steal or attempted a steal, at least in last night's game.
Dylas sets. The 0-2 coming pitch comes in. It's going to be fouled away. We're going to do it again. And so Robinson Martin getting his money's worth here. Started 0-2 fouled off, and now that's 2 straight that he's fouled away. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors, who you can see on the bottom right of your screen for the rest of this season. Just as an extra little thank you, because they get very spread thin coverage as it is, as that's going to be in the turf, ball 1 and 2. Oh, and I didn't get to say it earlier. So for those of you that are wondering, how does he know Paul? How does he know Donna? How does he know all these people from Front Royal? For those of you that don't know, I worked broadcast for Front Royal for 2 years before the Cardinals. Oh, this is a perfect time to bring up this story as Mike Smith comes out. I worked broadcast for 2 years with the Cardinals, and the return from COVID 21 and then 2022. And then, of course, when the Cavaliers started their franchise, I hopped ship over because in between Culpeper and Front Royal, I live about halfway, a little bit closer to Culpeper. And so Donna, Dale, Beth, Paul, Alex, who's not there anymore. I'm probably missing others. Donna Muller. Miss you all. Thank you all for giving me the shot. I know you think Troy stole me, but I promise it was my decision. It wasn't him. I promise. So certainly got to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for giving me the opportunity back when I was the ripe old age or young age, I guess, of 18. So do the math. That's lifted and over a jumping bland at short. Coming in is Donovan Mitchell, and the Cavs take the lead. It is an RBI single for Robinson Martin. And the Cavaliers retake the lead at 3-2. So a nice RBI there from Robinson Martin, their third hit of the ball game. And we now go to Alejandro Ludero for the Cavaliers.
So Ludero comes into this bat sitting 0 for 0 with 1 plate appearance. He walked last inning. He's coming into tonight's game with another hot bat, as he was one of the ones, as that's low for ball 1-0. He was one of the players to hit a home run in Tuesday night's game, and then also had a couple base hits, including a double in last night's game.
So Alejandro certainly looking to keep this hot hitting alive here in this second plate appearance. Pitch comes in, that's going to be grounded to first base. It's going to be played in time for the second out, but it does advance the runners on the sacrifice. And so now there are runners on second and third.
First baseman,
as
12,
Robinson Martin goes to second, Ethan Belk to third off of the sacrifice. 2 down, bottom of the second. Cavs take a 3-2 lead. So sacrifice ground out to 3 for the second out as I'm writing it down. Up comes the first baseman, Colby Motley, who is also 0 for 0 with a walk his last time around. So Dylas sets on the mound. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. A 0-1 start here for the first baseman, Colby Motley, in plate appearance number 2. Cardinals looking to get out of the inning there, led this year by Mike Smith, first-year head coach for the Cardinals, but he's not a new face to the Valley League. If that's going to be in, or rather low for a ball 1. Got me fooled there for a second, even count of 1-1, but Mike Smith, those of you might recognize his name from the Valley League. He coached the Winchester Royals for 5 seasons, technically 6 years, because he was there during the COVID year. And he's been in the Valley League for a total of 18 years. As that's fouled away for strike 2. In his decision, he decided to look for new opportunities, take new chances, which is why he left Winchester. And then not long after, Front Royal came a-calling and said, we've got an opening for a manager slash head coach slash whatever the word they used. And lo and behold, he took it, and he's here. And it certainly has been a presence, at least for the first half of this season so far, as the Front Royal Cardinals led the division for the longest time. Had some really good wins, some really close wins as well. They had some really good games, and As of right now, they're struggling, but they're doing pretty well as it's going to be lifted up into right field. Chasing over 3 men, and it is bobbled, it appeared.
Nah, it dropped right in front of the second baseman, I believe it was.
There was too many to count for me.
Yeah, I believe it might have been the second baseman. It actually looks, it might just barely bounce off the side of the screen there, but actually bounced in front of the second baseman, and it looked like it actually bounced up and hit him in the face.
The only thing I really could see from the replay where our camera is fixed is the first baseman, Josue Figueroa, slid, and so he unfortunately couldn't make the play. So we're going to stay 2-2 with 2 down to Colby Motley. And here comes the pitch. Grounder to first base, and this will do it for the inning. So Colby Motley goes down on a ground out to first base as that retires the side here for this second inning. Cavs take the lead. They scored 2 runs on 2 hits, no Cardinals errors, and 2 runners left on base. We take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network, and when we return, we'll see what the Cardinals can do to respond on offense. Back with you in a moment on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
With more than 50 years of providing Culpeper and the surrounding areas with top-quality building supplies, Cherry Street Building Supply is your trusted resource for all projects. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, we give you the attention you simply don't get at the big box stores. Our helpful staff is very knowledgeable with more than 150 years of combined experience in the field. Visit Cherry Street Building Supply at 1418 Orange Road or online at cherrystbuildingsupply.com or call 540-825-0397. See us at Cherry Street Building Supply for all your building supply needs.
We may have a new name, but Sean's Craft Barbecue in Culpeper is still serving up your favorite meats, homemade sides, and so much more. And who can forget all of Sean's menu is 100% fresh made daily. Dine in at our location at 602 Sperryville Pike. Call in your order at 540-317-5692 or order through our website at seanscraftbarbecue.com. You can also order through our mobile app. Download the Sean's Craft Barbecue app on the Apple App Store or Google Play. Sean's Craft Barbecue. Real wood, real food, real good.
Founded in 1972, Jefferson Home Builders has built over 2,500 homes, everything from cozy additions to showplaces. We center our work on quality, affordability, and reliability. Choose Jefferson Home Builders for your next project by visiting them online at jeffersonhomebuilders.com or by calling 540-812-9080. Jefferson Home Builders, filled with certainty.
John Embry is your man due up for the Cardinals in the leadoff position. And he finds strike 1 after ball 1. It's an even 1-1 count coming to Embry. Following him is Austin Lafferty and Dylan Weinbrenner as the 3 due up for the Cardinals here in this top half of the third where they trail 3-2. As that pitch is going to be outside ball 2. 2-1 is the count now for the third baseman, John Embry, who is 0 with a walk last time. Approaching 8 o'clock local time here in Culpeper, at least in the press box, it's still as humid as anything. At least I feel that way. That's lifted up into right center. Going to be chasing Ethan Belk back. Warning track. Leaps at the fence, and he's got it for the out. Ethan Belk, that might not be a robbery, but boy, it was close. As John Embry goes down, and by the way, that's the one that they want to stop from hitting home runs. As John Embry is, again, probably one of the league's best hitting home runs this season. So 1 out is down off of the beautiful, arguable robbery from Ethan Belk, as it'll be recorded as a fly out to 9 for out number 1. First pitch in the meantime to Austin Lafferty is outside, ball 1. Lafferty was hit by a pitch on a 2-1 count last time around. Pitch comes in, just missed ball 2. That one also looked kind of like either a curveball or a slider somewhere in there. Kind of looked like it went, at least from the angle you can see, from right to left on the inside. Still missed, but as that's looks like almost the exact same pitch, but just better placement. Now 2-1. I'm going to call that a curveball from here, but then again, as I'm going to say probably 100 times when I call that stuff out, I'm not a professional. I'm just guessing. 2-1, outside. And we certainly don't have anything like the MLB where it says pitch dealt was a fastball, or pitch dealt was a slider, pitch dealt was a slurve, whatever. We don't have that luxury here in the Valley League, unfortunately. 3-1 is going to be low and away, ball 4, and it's a 90-foot walk of fame for Austin Lafferty. That is the second walk given up by the Cavaliers here in this evening's ball game. This one a 3-1.
Number 27, Dylan Weinbrenner.
I will say one more, maybe two more things with the scoreboard. One is if I am messing things up, because again, this is manually controlled. If I'm messing things up, just bear with me. It's brand new. I'm using it live for the first time. I played with it a little bit last night. 0-1 start as Dylan Weinbrenner finds that one go through the zone. But I'm learning. I'm trying to get used to this with my system. I've got a bunch of different buttons now, so they're bright and shiny, and so if I click the wrong one like you probably saw earlier, I do apologize. Well, this is all mediocre up here. Just trying to make it work. 0-2 in the meantime. And if the screen or the scoreboard you see in between innings, in between the mid and the end, is wrong, again, bear with me. I'm switching between tabs on that one. I've got to keep both myself, as that is going to be called ball 1. So if there are any errors or anything that doesn't look right, just bear with me. I'll hopefully catch it eventually, and if not, then it is what it is. Again, I'm learning. It's a brand new system, just trying to figure it out. As that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So out number 2 is recorded off of the swing and miss from Dylan Weinbrenner. Forwards K for out number 2 brings up the first baseman, Josue Figueroa. 1 on, 2 down for the Cavaliers here in this top half of the third. Pitch comes in to start things off. Powerful swing and a miss for strike 1 for Figueroa.
Figueroa comes into this second plate appearance 1 for 1 on the evening. Last inning, he led off the second with a line drive single up the middle. So he's looking to continue, or to create a hitting streak.
Nice pitch across the dish in the meantime is just too low for the strike call. 1-1 is the even count. Looking up on a split second, I thought it was going to be a strike call, but then it set in. I was like, it's just a little bit low. But then again, as I've said before, it's kind of hard to tell balls and strikes up here, at least up and down in the zone. Like I said last game, it would be nice if we could get a camera that zooms in from, actually the flagpole, honestly, would be a great place to have a camera. But again, that costs money and that costs a lot of time that I wouldn't have to rig that up. So I'm going to shut my mouth there, but it would be nice. Just going to say. And I'm going to stop there. 1-2. Low and away, ball 2. Approaching 8 o'clock local time here in Culpeper, Central Virginia, border of the Shenandoah Valley. And the pitch comes in 2-2. That's going to be inside, and are they going to say it hit him? They will. So it's going to be a 90-foot walk of fame off of the HBP for Josue Figueroa. He's going to take the 90-foot walk of fame. And Austin Lafferty goes to second. That brings up the second baseman, Joshua Quezada.
Josh Quezada.
A reminder, if you're spending time at all out in this heat, as we are in the dog days of June, apparently, please limit your time outside. If you can't limit your time outside, please drink plenty of water, plenty of fluids, stay hydrated. We all are guilty of doing it. Just remember, got to stay hydrated in this heat. The humidity is not going to cut it for you, certainly. So just make sure you're staying hydrated, trying to limit your time outdoors as much as you can if it's not a part of your job description, as that's going to be a second swing and a miss for strike 2. Now 0-2 for Josh Quezada. I think UVA Health would actually want to say something like that too. So actually a good bit of cohesion there, at least assuming-wise, that they would say that. So again, just be careful. It's starting to cool down a little bit, but just be careful. That's called strike 3 to end the inning. So Josh Quezada, goes down on a looking K for the third out of the inning. No runs scored on no hits, no Cavalier errors, no runners left on. And we take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. When we return, we'll see what the Cavaliers can do on offense as we go into the middle of the third. We're going to take a break here while I get some water. Again, stay hydrated, folks. That heat is no joke. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
At Brenco Solutions, we take great pride in our excellent workmanship, competitive rates, and the ability to deliver outstanding results. We're a woman-owned Class A general contracting company with a goal to build lasting partnerships with our clients through exceptional service and outstanding quality. With a wide range of services, free estimates, and real-time updates, we strive to offer you the same vision. Call us today at 866-826-3626 to see what it means to be part of the Brenco family.
At GFL Environmental, we're much more than a waste management company. We are uniquely equipped to be the full-service environmental solutions partner our customers need. Our strength lies in the diversity of our services. Our one-stop shop offers customers an extensive range of customizable, integrated environmental solutions, all supplied by one efficient company. Get in touch with your local GFL facility in Culpeper by calling 540-727-0887 every weekday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. GFL Environmental. Green today. Green for life.
Experience the difference at Culpeper Dental Associates. We are a family dental practice committed to providing best-in-class dental care using the most cutting-edge technology possible. We are located in Culpeper at 800 Sunset Lane Suite B, near Culpeper Medical Center. At Culpeper Dental Associates, your comfort is our main priority and our staff is dedicated to making all aspects of your visit to our office a pleasant experience. For more information or to set up your next appointment, give us a call at 540-825-2444 or visit our website at culpeperdentalassociates.com. We look forward to seeing you soon at Culpeper Dental Associates.
First pitch of the inning is coming to Caleb Estes. It is going to be in there for a called strike looking. So a 0-1 start here for Caleb Estes in plate appearance number 1, as I forgot to reset my scoreboard. So I'm doing it really quick here. As you sit in a 3-2 Cavalier lead here going into this bottom half of the third. Cavs just looking to hold on at this point in time, as it is 1-1 now in the count for Caleb Estes. As the pitch is dealt, it is going to be fouled away straight back to the backstop, 1-2. As Dylas is still your man on the mound for the Cardinals. And was going to be in there, missed ball 2, 2-2. Again, we'd like to thank our friends at UVA Orthopedics for sponsoring this evening's broadcast and this evening's game. You can find more about them at uvahealth.com. That's lifted out into left field, chasing back Lafferty, and he's going to make the catch for out number 1.
That'll bring up the left fielder. Number 10.
So it's going to be a fly out to 7 for Caleb Estes in his second plate appearance for out number 1. As Maxwell Melessa, the left fielder, comes up to the dish now. We have just passed 8 o'clock here local time in Culpeper. Again, Cavs have the early 3-2 lead as we have played through 2.5 innings so far. Here comes the first pitch from Dylas. That's going to be grounded to first, and it's going to be a flip to the pitcher in time for the out. So a quick 3-1 play from Melessa sends him back, and that's out number 2.
Brings up the designated
so the DH, Kelly Crittenberger, has that act to follow. He walked his last time and was one of the 3 Cavaliers to score. Looks like the sky is starting to break up just a little bit from what we had at the beginning of the game. It was very dark, very ominous, very overcast, if you will, with those clouds. Severe weather is threatening the area. So we're certainly hoping that, knock on wood, that it stays away. I'm knocking right now. Don't know if you can hear it. Probably not. But certainly hoping it stays away, as we had a good chance at this hour, actually. And if this is the chance of weather we're going to get right now, I'm going to take it. Happily will take it. 1-1 is the count in the meantime to Kelly Crittenberger. Strike on the first one, ball on the next one, both towards the inside edge. That pitch goes towards the inside edge as well. Ball 2, 2-1. If I said outside last time, I meant inside. Came towards the batter. The first one was in the zone. The second one just a little bit too close to the batter. Dylas sets with a 2-1 coming. Pitch comes in. That was going to be towards the outside edge, but it's going to be called strike 2. Even counted 2-2 now for the DH, Crittenberger. Crittenberger 5 for 26 in the season so far. It's a 192, 1 home run, and it appears 6 RBIs. Again, the text on my screen is small from where I'm sitting, so it's kind of hard for me to see as that's going to be a swing and a miss. Crittenberger's going to make the scamper to first. The throw is in time, it appears, for the out. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Cavalier offense. The Cardinals record the first 1-2-3 inning of the game as Kelly Crittenberger goes down. Going to be called a forwards K that's played at first for the out, and that retires the side. 3-2 as we take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. Cardinals looking to respond as they gave up the lead in the previous inning. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball. Back with you in a moment on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
From the fields you work to the animals you care for, day in and day out, you are there for them, and we are here for you. CFC Farm and Home Center.
This message is brought to you by your CFC Farm and Home Center of Culpeper, 15172 Brandy Road, 540-825-2200.
Summer is here, and now is the best time to get your air conditioner serviced or a new one installed by the professionals at Workman Mechanical. With personalized service, Workman Mechanical makes sure that customer satisfaction is guaranteed. Need us in the off-season? We service all major brand heating systems, electrical and plumbing systems as well. For your next electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and indoor air quality system servicing, contact Workman Mechanical by phone at 540-727-9555 or online at workmanmechanical.com.
Appleton Campbell, built on trust. Your locally owned home service pros, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our integrity shines and our experience shows. Satisfaction guaranteed. That's Appleton Campbell. See us online at appletoncampbell.com. Appleton Campbell, built on trust.
Returning to play here in Culpeper, a 3-2 Cavalier lead. As we go into the top half of the fourth inning, I'd like to remind you that the Valley Baseball League is funded in part by a grant from Major League Baseball as a member of the National Alliance of College Summer Baseball, a national affiliation of 13 collegiate summer leagues. First pitch in the meantime to Jackson Hill, the right fielder, is missed for ball 1, a 1-0 start. As that pitch comes in, it also misses ball 2, 2-0. Mizrahi sets, the pitch comes in. That's going to be inside ball 3, actually rather close to the batter Hill. It's Hill, Bland, Lee due up for the Cardinals here in this top half of the fourth. That comes in, and it's going to be close. Ball 4, 90-foot walk of fame.
We'll bring up shortstop, number 9.
So the Cardinals get their first batter of the fourth on via a walk. As we go from Jackson Hill to Perrin Bland, the shortstop.
Bland comes into the second at bat, sitting on the night 0-1 with the flyout in the second inning, as that is lined, and the third base coach there had to dance out of the way real quick. So that is 0-1. Looks like the Cavaliers do have Mason Snyder warming up in the bullpen, so we'll see whether he is, as that's driven out to left field, a line drive base hit for Bland. So we'll see how much longer Mizrahi's in the game here, whether he comes out in this inning or if he's able to get through this top half of the inning.
That is the fourth Cardinals hit of the evening. As we reround the lineup to Darrell Lee, the center fielder. Talking more about Cavs pitching here in just a moment, as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. I think I want to start things off here for Darryl Lee in plate appearance number 3. Here comes the 0-1. That is going to be low, ball one. Now an even 1-1 count coming. Cavaliers are again riding their first win streak just like they were on Tuesday. They've now increased their win streak to 4. Last night they had an ace with Riley Cruz. Pitched 3 innings, gave up no runs on 4 hits and 5 strikeouts. He entered in the 6th when the Cavs were down, and he propelled them back to victory and picked up that win. Some talking points that probably should have been said earlier in the game, but here they are. The Cavalier offense should look to keep up the good work that they've been doing as of late, hitting the baseball when it counts. Should always remain hungry to score. And, of course, don't allow comebacks. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So out number 1 comes on the board off of a forwards K by Darryl Lee.
Carter White.
As the DH Carter White comes up to the dish now for the Cardinals. That's just what Mizrahi needs to hopefully boost some confidence and get back into the swing of things here.
Mizrahi's going to look to see if White's able to... I was just about to say we'll look to see if Mizrahi's able to get White to ground out into a double play here, but then that's a wild pitch and runners move up, so double play is out. At least a routine, regular double play. Not saying a double play is able to occur somehow.
I mean, we've seen triple plays. I think it was actually UVA to convert a triple play here within the last couple of years. And so it was it even this past season or was it a couple seasons ago?
Last season.
That's what I thought. And it was wild to watch it back well after the fact because I didn't know it had happened because it was a busy spring season for my behalf. But certainly was interested to see it. And I don't think I've ever seen a triple play at least occur that way.
2-1.
As it is 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out down. Mizrahi looking to command. The pitch comes in. Grounder to third. The play at home is well in time. So the fielder's choice for out number 2 is on the board. Nobody advances besides White. And that's out number 2. And now we're going to have a mound visit for the Cavaliers. So Carter White gets to first via the fielder's choice, and Mizrahi hands the baseball. He is done. So after scoring this play, we're going to take a break here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. We'll reveal, well, we've already revealed it. It's Mason Snyder. We'll get to him in just a second here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. Still a 3-2 Cavalier lead with runners on first and second. We're going to take a break here and be back with you in just a moment on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
Ladies and gentlemen,
freedom is a wonderful thing, and through sound, comprehensive financial planning, Freedom Street at Stewart Partners can help empower you to make the most of yours. It all begins with the candid, relationship-building conversations that go beyond balance sheets and portfolios. We focus on the things that matter most to you in life: your dreams, your hopes, your loved ones, and your vision of the future. Get in touch with your local Freedom Street branch today by calling 540-825-4611 or visit freedomstreetpartners.stewardpartners.com.
At City Light Baptist Church, we are a community of people God has chosen and preserved for Himself who love, follow, learn from, and worship God together. We are a loving church that brings the loving message of a loving God to a lost world. Visit us online at citylightculpeper.org or give us a call at 540-321-4400. Worship services are held every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. at City Light Baptist Church. Worship with us at 1121 Sperryville Pike in Culpeper.
Sports, bone, spine, and joint injuries can damage everything from your game to your independence and daily life. At UVA Orthopedics of Culpeper Medical Center, we're committed to caring for your health and wellness needs from the time you walk in the door until the time you walk out. From joint replacements to finger implants, we perform some of the most difficult surgeries in the state. You can come to UVA Health and trust you'll receive the most up-to-date procedures from highly skilled and caring orthopedic specialists. Visit us at 541 Sunset Lane in Culpeper or online at uvahealth.com.
So as stated, Zach Mizrahi is done, and in his place, Fitzgerald, Georgia native, 5'8", 175-pound righty junior out of Berry College, number 3, Mason Snyder. And by the way, Mizrahi's day is done after 3 2/3 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, and faced 20. As Snyder is going to deal the first pitch of his ball game, fouled away. The batter, by the way, John Embry. If I put the right screen up here, maybe you'll be able to see it. There we go.
Embry comes into this third plate appearance sitting 0 for 1 on the evening. He walked his first at bat and then hit that deep fly out to right field where that looked like Ethan Belk was able to rob the home run on him. That is just a bit high and out for ball 1. 1-1 is the count now.
So following Embry if necessary, as there are 2 outs down, will be Austin Lafferty, the left fielder. As Mason Snyder comes into the ball game with a 154, 194, something like that ERA, is this what it looks like in a pinch. Ball 2 on the inside, 2-1 is the count. It is in fact a 154 ERA, 11 2/3 innings, 13 strikeouts he comes into the game with. So Snyder will set on the mound. 2-1, 2 outs. Looks back to second, nobody home to make the play. Closest would be Robinson Martin, tracking in, taking a step back. Time called at the dish.
Pitch clock violation there.
So we're going to add a ball to the count, 3-1. That's the bad thing about high school fields when you're playing a college game is you don't have the pitch clocks. Harrisonburg's got the pitch clock. I want to say Shenandoah's got a pitch clock. Ball 4, 90-foot Walk of Fame. So just like that, the bases are loaded for the Cardinals as John Embry takes the 90-foot Walk of Fame.
Number 5, Austin Lafferty.
So it is Perrin Bland on third now, Carter White on second. So Austin Lafferty comes up to the dish now for the Cardinals. Cardinals so far in this inning have 1 hit. That is their 4th of the game. Here comes the first pitch. It's going to be lined up, going to score a run. Drops into the left center gap for a base hit. Going to score 2. The throw is made, and it is not on target, as it is now a 2-run added to the Cardinals. They now take a 4-3 lead.
That'll bring up the catcher, number 27, Dylan Weinbrenner.
So I'll bring up Dylan Weinbrenner as that first pitch is just a bit high for ball 1. And then looked like Ludero tried throwing down to first base Motley to get the runner Lafferty out. However, it did hit him in the leg there, so got out. Thankfully, he was able to not scamper past him. Brings up this next pitch. Low and away, ball 2, 2-0 is the count on Weinbrenner, who sits on the evening 0-2 with 2 strikeouts, both a looking strikeout and a swinging strikeout. So he's looking to get out of this little slump here.
Speaking of getting out of things, Snyder's looking to get out of the inning. Takes a look back to second, 2 outs down. The pitch comes in, grounded and foul. There's the first strike of the plate appearance for Dylan Weinbrenner. 2-1 is the count now. Again, Cards now lead 4-3 over the Cavs. Approaching 8:20 local time here in Culpeper. Although you can't see the sun, you can tell by the clouds, at least in real time, because the camera doesn't pick it up well, that the sun is starting to go down. Although there's plenty of clouds in the sky, too. Snyder looks back to second. Nobody there. The 2-1 comes in. Low in the turf. Ball 3-3-1. Weinbrenner 9 for 32 coming into the game. That's a 281. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Snyder looks back. Robinson Martin looked to play in. Now he'll step back towards the lip. Pitch comes in 3-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Now payoff will decide not only what happens to the batter Weinbrenner, but also to the inning. Again, 2 down, top 4. Cards have taken the lead. Snyder sets. With a payoff coming. Looks back to second. The pitch comes in. Runners go. Are they going to check him? They're going to say he's out. He went fully through the rotation of the swing, and that does it for the inning. So no runs more will score as the Cardinals take the early 4-3 lead now. As we go into the bottom half of the fourth, the Cavs looking to respond. Forwards K in the books for Dylan Weinbrenner. He goes down. 2 runs scored on 2 hits. And there were no Cavalier errors and 2 left on. We take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. Again, Cavs looking to respond on the other half of this inning.
From the fields you work to the animals you care for, day in and day out, you are there for them, and we are here for you. CFC Farm and Home Center.
This message is brought to you by your CFC Farm and Home Center of Culpeper, 15172 Brandy Road, 540-825-2200.
Located in the Piedmont region of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Payne Hay and Straw has been a trusted hay provider since 1980. What began with a love of farming grew into a more than 2,000-acre farming operation that serves equestrian and farming communities throughout Virginia and the country. Payne Hay and Straw is proud to offer a wide variety of locally grown and harvested hay, including alfalfa, orchard grass, timothy, teff, and fescue. For more information, call 540-229-0054 or visit paynehay.com.
Culpeper Battlefield Tours, LLC is a proud sponsor of the Culpeper Cavaliers. Culpeper Battlefield Tours launched in 2022 to provide tours of Culpeper's historic battlefields and sites. Tours of 2 or 3 hours can be customized of Brandy Station Battlefield, Buford's Knoll, Fleetwood Hill, St. James Church, Stevensburg, and the Winter Encampment, or contact Culpeper Battlefield Tours for a specialty tour. To contact them, learn about upcoming events and more, call 540-632-4500 or visit CulpeperBattlefieldTours.com.
Coming back to play here in this bottom half of the fourth inning where the Cavs trail the Cards now 4-3. Donovan Mitchell is your man due up for the Cavaliers here. First pitch is outside. Ball 1. I realized I didn't reset my scoreboard in the half inning, so we're going to go ahead and do it now. That's not anything new, as some of you know that I'm very accustomed to doing that. Here comes the 1-0, It's lifted high into the air into left field, chasing up, not Alessa, but rather it's going to be the shortstop, Perrin Bland, to make the catch for out number 1.
That was a nice play there by Bland. He looked to slow up, thinking the left fielder Lafferty was going to come racing in to make the catch there, and had to quickly make the over-the-back catch.
So from a fly out to 6, we go to Evan Escobar, the shortstop. First pitch will miss for ball 1. And it's a 1-0 start for the shortstop Escobar in plate appearance number 2. In a moment, we're going to say a thank you to our friends at Peak Roofing Contractors who couldn't make the cut during the ad break. Ball 2 in the meantime, 2-0 the count. Here comes the 2-0. That is going to be in there for a called strike.
Same spot as
2-1. As Peak Roofing Contractors is a family-owned and operated roofing and home improvement contractor that knows how to deliver outstanding customer service. At Peak Roofing Contractors, in the meantime, swing and a miss. We guarantee the peak promise, hassle-free estimates, no high-pressure sales, and quality results. From the beginning to the completion of your roofing, window, siding, gutter, or other home improvement project, our professional staff will always strive to exceed your expectations. Call us today at 703-468-4769 or visit them online at peakroofingcontractors.com. That's going to be lifted up in the air to second base, it appears, and the out is made for out number 2. Yes, Andrew was updating the scoreboard on the screen while I was reading, and he got a taste of how fidgety those buttons can be.
Yes, it was definitely. I was trying to get the runners on first and second off the screen, and it just kept popping up the keyboard there, would not let me do what I wanted to do.
That's the only downside, it appears, so far of this, is you might not have fat fingers, and it's going to say that you're fat-fingered. But like I said, it's free, and it looks better. It's more user-friendly as of right now, so certainly going to roll with it for right now. As the pitch comes in 1-0, that's going to be grounded foul, 1-1. Ethan Belk up at the dish, 1 for 2. He is one of the 3 Cavalier hits so far. It's Dylas on the mound for the Cardinals. Sets, and the pitch comes in. That is going to be towards the inside, ball 2, 2-1. Here comes the 2-1. That is going to be grounded, bounced at second base with Quezada. The flip to first is going to be in time for the 1-2-3 inning. So 2 straight 1-2-3s.
Ladies and gentlemen,
for the Cardinal defense, as no runs score on no hits, no errors, no runners left on. As we take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network, Cards still lead 4-3 as we go to the 5th inning. Cavaliers looking to respond on both sides of the frame on the other half of this break. I'd like to thank our friends at UVA Orthopedics, this evening's game sponsor. You're going to hear a word from them in just a moment on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. 4-3, Cards lead.
Sports, bone, spine, and joint injuries can damage everything from your game to your independence and daily life. At UVA Orthopedics of Culpeper Medical Center, we're committed to caring for your health and wellness needs from the time you walk in the door until the time you walk out. From joint replacements to finger implants, we perform some of the most difficult surgeries in the state. You can come to UVA Health and trust you'll receive the most up-to-date procedures from highly skilled and caring orthopedic specialists. Visit us at 541 Sunset Lane in Culpeper or online at uvahealth.com.
Located in the charming town of Culpeper, Shannon Butler DDS offers top-notch dental services in a welcoming and professional setting. With a reputation for excellence in oral care, our dental practice is dedicated to providing personalized treatment to each patient that walks through the door. From routine cleanings to advanced procedures, Shannon Butler DDS utilizes the latest technology and techniques to ensure the best possible outcomes for patients. Whether you're due for a checkup or seeking to enhance your smile, Shannon is committed to helping you achieve optimal dental health and a confident smile. Set up your appointment today by calling 540-825-0230 or visit our office at 1051 Oaklawn Drive in the Oaklawn Professional Park.
Madero signals to his field that this is the last pitch. We're ready to go here for this 5th inning. Cards take the early 4-3 lead into it as they will send up their 6, 7, and 8 batters, Figueroa, Quezada, and Hill, to start this 5th inning. And again, they lead 4-3 over the homestanding Cavs. Again, I'd like to thank our friends at UVA Orthopedics for their continued support of Cavaliers baseball and also for being tonight's broadcast and game sponsor. Here comes the first pitch of the inning. That's going to be missed outside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 start coming to Josue Figueroa. If I've been saying Jose, I do apologize. I'm trying to say Josue, and it's just somehow not coming out. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on the second pitch, 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. That one is going to be low ball 2, 2-1. Snyder receiving his sign from Alejandro Ludero behind the dish. 2-1 count for the leadoff man. The pitch comes in, and that one is going to be in there for a called strike. 2-2.
We'll see what Figueroa's able to do here, if he's able to continue his on-base streak coming into this third plate appearance, being on base twice.
Singled his first time around, got hit by a pitch the second. 2-2 comes in, that's going to be outside for the payoff. Coming on the next one, 3-2. The darker clouds slowly starting to trickle in here over Culpeper. And here comes the payoff, lined up, and it's going to drop for a base hit in front of Ethan Belk in right field. So a base hit on the record of Josue Figueroa.
15, Josh Quezada.
That's his second of the game and the sixth of the game for the team.
So I'll bring up number 15, Joshua Quezada, the second baseman, coming in 0 for 2 on the evening.
Got on via fielder's choice his first time around, was the first of 2 runs in that inning to score. Bunt signal going to be called strike. 0-1. And he looked at a ball go past for strike 3 on his next go around in the third inning. Snyder sets, a man on and none down. 0-1 count, the pitch comes in, lined and fouled. 0-2. Cavaliers take a game over to Harrisonburg tomorrow night before coming back here to CCHS to Singlehead now, the Waynesboro Generals on Saturday at 7 o'clock. Join us at 6:28 for the Saber Metrics pregame show on Saturdays. The 0-2 comes in. It's going to be outside, ball 1. 1-2. In a moment, we'll take a look around the Valley League.
That pitch is fouled away by Quezada, so that'll stay with the count 1-2.
Cardinals, in the meantime, also have a road game tomorrow. They travel to Woodstock to take on the River Bandits. Top team in the division versus one of the mid teams in the division. 1-2. Snyder sets, the pitch comes in. Fast and in there for a called strike 3. What a pitch from Snyder as it takes the batter down, Quezada.
That'll bring up right fielder number 18.
And that is
Jackson
one
Hill.
down on the inning.
So I'll bring up the next batter, number 18, Jackson Hill, the right fielder and the 8th batter in the lineup. He is also coming into this third plate appearance with the on-base streak, as that's grounded up the middle. Look to see if it'll be turned for the double play. Not in time at first, but a good turn between the shortstop Evan Escobar and the second baseman Robinson Martin for out number 2.
Aaron Bland.
So there comes the play on the replay. It was nice up the middle, came off the mound weird, but it was fielded great by Evan Escobar at shortstop. 2 down, top 5, Cardinals lead. Here comes the first pitch to the new batter. It's grounded at short, and it's going to be an error as Perrin Bland reaches.
I'm going to go ahead. I mean, I'm not going to fault him on that one.
And we will be ruling that a single on the play. So that's the 7th hit of the ball game for the Cardinals.
Fielder number 1, Darrell Lee.
Yeah, it's one of those types of plays where, minus that hop, he should have, up until that hop, it looked like an easy ground ball there, but it must have hit a rock or something else in the dirt there to skip up at the end.
Darrell Lee swings through the first one, strike 1, 0-1. He's 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts, 1 single. Cards have 7 hits on the night, 4 runs scored so far. Snyder looks back to second. Nobody there. Here comes the 0-1, and that one is going to just miss low. Ball 1. Now an even 1-1 count coming to the Cardinals center fielder. Perrin Blade on first, Jackson Hill on second. Wind starting to pick up here a little bit more as Snyder will deal the 1-1. That's going to be towards the inside and just barely missed the batter, Darrell Lee. Ball 2, 2-1. And you can see the wind rustling at least the Cavaliers jerseys because they're staying out with those yellow uniforms. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs down. 8:35-ish local time. Here comes swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs down. Cavs need 1 strike to put the inning away. The Cardinals have 1 strike to play with at this point in time. Snyder looks back to second. Nobody there. Both closest players at the lip. Here comes the 2-2 lined up. Straight up. Robinson Martin calling. He comes towards the inner lip. Makes the catch. Inning over. So the Cavaliers get out of the inning after letting 2 come on via 2 hits. No Cavalier errors as of late. And 2 runners left on as Darrell Lee flies out to second base for the 3rd out. We played through 4.5. Halfway through the game, the Cavaliers going to offense, down by 1. This is Culpeper Cavaliers baseball coming to you on the other half of this break.
Located in Culpeper, Maloney & Ward Insurance Agency has been committed for over 30 years to providing the best insurance coverage, but also the best service. We try to make picking the right insurance policy easier and less daunting for you by going the extra mile, doing the extra work, and reassuring you that our team of experienced professional agents is here for you every step of the way. To get in touch with one of our dedicated team members, visit MaloneyandWard.com or call 540-825-9121. Maloney & Ward Insurance Agency. Coverage you need. Coverage you can trust. Coverage you can afford.
Sign your child up for the upcoming Culpeper Cavaliers Pitchers and Catchers Camp. The Culpeper Cavaliers are hosting a 2-day camp for children as young as age 8 to as old as age 17. The Culpeper Cavaliers players and coaches will instruct your child to help improve their game and get insight into how college players play each day during the season. The pitching and catching camp will be held on Monday, July 14th and Tuesday, July 15th from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Camp registration fees are $50 per child and will be held at Culpeper County High School's baseball field. Don't miss out. Sign your child up today at culpepercavaliers.org/youth-camps.
Robinson Martin, your man due up for the Cavaliers. First pitch comes through and it's going to miss, rather go through for strike 1. 0-1 is a start. Didn't see the signal. Robinson Martin 0-1 in the count. Alejandro Ludero comes up following him. 0-1 is missed, ball 1. And then Colby Motley will be the last of the 3 due up for the Cavaliers. Dylas still on the mound for the Cardinals. Pitch comes in, and that's going to be upstairs, ball 2, 2-1. Cavaliers looking to get the comeback here. They trail by 1. As the pitch comes in, that's going to be towards the inside, 3-1.
So we'll see if Martin's able to continue his on-base streak here, coming into this 3rd plate appearance with a single in his last at-bat, as that is fouled away, making the count full, 3-2. In his first plate appearance, he flew out to right field, but also that single did have an RBI attached to it, so he does sit on the night with an RBI as well.
90-foot walk of fame in the meantime to Robinson Martin on the payoff. So the Cavaliers get their first man on via the base on balls as the catcher Alejandro Ludero comes up to the dish for the Cavaliers. Alejandro looking to pick up his first hit of the ball game here. And so the Front Royal Cardinals head coach was not happy with something down there. Stepped out of the dugout for a split second. Andrew saw it better than me. Don't know if you care to elaborate there, as the first pitch is fouled off 0-1.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything, but my assumption is, since that was a close pitch, the call could have gone either way. I'm going to assume that the head coach there for the Cardinals wanted that to be a strike and was saying something to the ump about it.
Here comes the 0-1. Powerful swing and a miss for strike 2. Now Alejandro Ladero down in an 0-2 early count. A man in front of him on first base, Robinson Martin.
Martin's getting a little bouncy over there, so we'll see if he's just doing that to throw off the pitcher or if he's going to take off for second base, as he does. But the ball is grounded foul.
All will stay as is here, 0-2. Bottom half of the fifth here from Culpeper. Cards lead 4-3 as we're approaching 8:40 local time here in Culpeper. Again, the Cavaliers take a trip over the mountain to Harrisonburg tomorrow night before hosting the Waynesboro Generals on Saturday. Dallas deals the pitch. Grounder this time to third. It's going to stay fair. The play at first is going to be in time for the out. So Alejandro Ladero goes down on the 5-3 ground out for the first out. However, Robinson Martin advances to second.
Number 12, Colby Motley.
So Robinson Martin gets on via the field, or gets to second rather via the fielder's choice. Colby Motley, the first baseman, coming up with one down.
He comes into this third plate appearance, sitting 0 for 1 on the night with a walk and a ground out to the first baseman.
Here comes the first pitch to him. It's going to be in there for a called strike. No throw made to third, so it's a stolen base for Robinson Martin, just what the Cavaliers need at this point in time, as they need runners in scoring position. Now Colby Motley's got a job to do to get this duck off the pond.
I believe that, I'm not sure if the umpire's going over.
And fans are standing up, so I think we're in a delay.
Yeah, lightning delay. I'm not sure if that was caught on the screen, on the camera there, but there was a bright flash of lightning. So doesn't appear to be rain in the area, but definitely there is some lightning in the area. So we will be in at least a 30-minute delay at the moment.
So we are going to take a brief sideline, or as brief as you can get with the weather. Lightning delay here in CCHS. 4-3 is where we stand. We're going to just display the little box score you see in between innings until we get word, as Brandon Mack is speaking with the umpires at this point. We're not going to play any ads, but we're going to put our friends at UVA Orthopedics up on the screen during the break. 30-minute weather delay coming up here. We're going to take a breather and a break. Back with you in a moment, hopefully soon with some good news on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. Folks, just coming back on here after a brief minute. We still have some lightning strikes in the area. They're more towards, trying to get my directions here, more towards the east, the northeast here in Culpeper. They're behind your view off, well, actually probably off straight back on your view. So there are still lightning strikes going on. Our 30-minute counter is resetting after each strike. So probably within the last 30 seconds, we've had at least 2 or 3 resets on the time. So we're still in a lightning delay, still holding for hope, but we'll see certainly what happens. We're currently sitting in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The Cavs trail the Cardinals 4-3 as you can see on your screen. Again, we're in a lightning delay. Time just reset not too long ago. It hasn't reset since I come back on for the split second. 4-3 Cards lead, bottom 5. Coming back on here for just a minute. If you've been tuned in and been watching the screen intensely, you would have seen that the umpires got with Cavs coach Brandon Mack and Cardinals coach Mike Smith for a brief meeting. All the umpires were up here in the press box, and one walked in and says, "We need to have a discussion with the coaches." And that's when they went down to the field. As of right now, it appears, we haven't gotten official word, but it appears that this game is going to be suspended due to the weather. And confirming that is practically every Cavalier leaving the dugout. So tonight's game appears to be suspended due to the weather in the area, and we just got word. Andrew's down there, and he just gave us the signal that says tonight's game has been suspended. So the score as of right now is going to stand 4-3. The Cardinals lead. We're going to see just what happens, because we're not going to do the whole thing of where the game is going to be finalized, because for one, it hasn't been played through full 5 innings, and two, the Valley League doesn't honor that anymore, or if they ever did. So this game is suspended and will be picked up at a later date to whatever, wherever, and however. That's currently TBD. So again, we are going to have this game suspended until further notice. The score stands 4-3 in the favor of the Cardinals. They have 7 hits, Cavaliers to 3. No Cardinal errors. Cavaliers picked up 1 error. So we are going to say goodbye for the night. Again, the Cavaliers and the Cardinals game has been suspended for sure now. So the score stands 4-3, and we will certainly see in the coming days just how this game is going to pick back up. I'd like to thank our friends at UVA Health and UVA Orthopedics for sponsoring tonight's game, an unfortunate way to end the game, as, of course, with the weather delay. So we are going to thank them again for their continued support of Cavalier baseball and being tonight's game sponsor. Sports, bones, spines, and joint injuries can damage everything from your game to your independence and daily life. At UVA Orthopedics of Culpeper Medical Center, we're committed to caring for your health and wellness needs from the time you walk in the door until the time you walk out. From joint replacements to finger implants, we perform some of the most difficult surgeries in the state. You can come to UVA Health and trust you'll receive the most up-to-date procedures from highly skilled and caring orthopedic specialists. Visit us at 541 Sunset Lane in Culpeper, or visit us online at uvahealth.com. During emergencies, always dial 911. And just a reminder, our next game here at CCHS will be on Saturday against the Waynesboro Generals. We'll hit the airwaves at 6:28 for the Saber Metrics pregame show. Cavaliers President of Baseball Operations is Troy Ralston. Our Assistant General Manager is Brandon Mack. Our Coordinator of Player Recruiting is Danny Dobbs. Our Coordinator of Host Families is Anne-Marie Anderson. Our Host Family and Social Coordinator is Michelle Romero. The head groundskeeper is Brian Bailey, and my press box pals who join me this evening are Billy Mitchell, Justin Jackson, and Andrew Seagraves, who I'm also thankful for joining me on the broadcast today. The Culpeper Cavaliers also like to thank all of the volunteers in between and around for their tireless efforts to help make this evening's game a success. Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball is presented to you on the air by YouTube, the affiliate of the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. This live stream is copyrighted and owned by the Culpeper Cavaliers and the Valley Baseball League. The use of any copyrighted material in all forms of media without the express written consent is prohibited. You can find game and player statistics from tonight's games and all games in the 2025 Valley Baseball League season by visiting valleyleaguebaseball.com. And you can follow the Cavaliers all season long at Culp Cavaliers on Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Again, that's at CULP Cavaliers on Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Once again, your suspension score: the Cavaliers 3, the Front Royal Cardinals 4. Monitor point streak and social media for updates on how this game will resume if and when it is set to resume. I say if only because there are not a lot of dates available really in the middle of this crazy season of Valley League baseball. So we'll certainly see just what happens to this game and how. So certainly holding for hope that this game will continue eventually, and we'll certainly see how it goes here in hopefully, in just a couple of days. Thank you again to Andrew Seagraves for joining me on the broadcast. This is Cameron Whalen saying so long until Saturday. Again, your final score in the suspension, game not finalized, 4-3, Front Royal leads, and we'll see how this picks up.